What is up, everyone? Welcome to another Trash Panda podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Rob, and with me, as usual, is my co-host, Carbington. How's it going, Carbington?
It's good. It's me, the usual.
It's you, the usual?
Carbington spicy version this time. Except not really. I'm white as cream cheese. So, no, but it's going good. How are you?
I'm good. There's been a lot of ups and downs recently on the channel. It's been a roller coaster ride. So we're going to be talking a lot about that. We're going to be wasting a lot of people's time, chatting about nonsense probably, maybe some predictions for Nova, and there's a few interesting things going on, and yeah, I'm looking forward to chatting about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Yeah, the last time we were live ended poorly. It was like probably one of the worst.
Just end poorly.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, last Thursday we did like a big live stream of Gitz versus Skaven, and like halfway through the stream, like the stream PC just died. Like it just blue screen of death and died, and it was really old already. We knew that it was on its last legs, which is why we were kind of like trying to save up for a stream PC. So that was rough in the middle of a stream happening. It was definitely like cut short way earlier than expected, maybe to do with the heat or something. But yeah.
Yeah. It could be that. It could just be oldness. I made what might be a mistake, and I updated the PC. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the
it shouldn't be. It should never. I've never had that be a problem. I've had not updating it be a problem. I've never had updating it be a problem before. Although obviously, like there are sometimes they roll out an update for a computer, and like I remember a while back it was bricking some laptops, and thankfully that didn't happen to me. But there was nothing like that. Nothing happened recently that made international news. So, yo, Matthew. 7 months of Tuesday painting support. Rank you guys for being dope. Yo, thank you so
rank
much.
You, Matthew.
Yeah, no, rank you.
Rank you.
Rank you. You magnificent bastard. You're one of the many magnificent bastards. Legitimicus pulled another dodge.
And thank you, Jason, for the gift membership.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I see.
Those are two different things.
I misread it. Yeah, I actually misread it. I was like, did Matthew like subscribe and give one, or I couldn't? Yeah. So thank you, Matthew, for subscribing for 7 months. That's amazing. And thanks to Jason for gifting a gift membership to Mark. So congrats to Mark. Good job. Ledivicus on dodging yet another one. He proved that he has it turned off.
Is it proof though? Because like you could quite easily just disable it and then re-enable it.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot. So I think what needs to happen is next time we ask him for a screenshot, immediately we have to start trying to gift him subs at the same time. Because for that small window of time, he will be gift sub enabled, and we'll get him. We'll get him.
Yeah. We need to get him live. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I would have him on here just to do this experiment. Like, what do you call it? Like screen share. Shake your mouse. Okay, hands up. Don't touch anything. Oh man, it's insane. It's actually insane. Anyway, thank you again, and thanks to everyone for joining us. He's laughing. So we actually it was crazier than that because we actually had the stream die, and then we booted back up again. We had to restart a brand new stream. You can't restart from the same stream if you totally go out. And then we booted it back up again. We gave it another college try, and flabbergasted and sweating, and then it died again, and that's when we were just like, man. Anyway,
we'll get to that. It wasn't even just that. It was like we had network issues, and then the stream was kind of stuttering and freezing for a bit. So I was like, you know what? Let's just like we rebooted Rob's router and like we like reset everything properly, restarted the PC,
Right.
started the stream again, and it was going pretty strong for a bit. And then the audio just like completely died. And then we're like, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna like hardwire mics up. And so we went up with like Barry Manilow, Rob,
yeah.
with with this like hardwired mic, like a singer's mic. Which we might actually continue doing in the future.
I think that is the plan right now, just because it's so solid. Like we can rely on it. Yeah,
100%. And then so we had to rely on that for a bit, and then the PC was just like, I know you've tried 2 times now, but I'm going to die for good.
Yeah, he's like, I can't take it anymore. This world is too tough on me. Yeah, he decided to end it.
Yeah,
end it all.
Yeah, 3rd time's the charm for PC seppuku, I guess.
I like how you called it seppuku. I like the emphasis being on the poo. It's very in line with our brand, Carson. That was amazing.
Yes. Was it seppuku?
Yeah, I mean, like you can't speak in English.
You weeaboo. You weeaboo.
Oh man.
Say it right. Say it right for me.
Seppuku.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But like okay, I don't say it like, I wouldn't say it like that anyway. Like if you're talking in English, like if I'm talking in English, right? You don't say like karate, you're like, I'm going to karate class. Like that's normal. And that's what people should do. Right. I don't, or like, I probably don't say Tokyo, but like, anyway, I actually figured out what I don't like about weeaboo, the term weeaboo.
Okay.
I surprised myself. I was thinking about it and I was like, why don't I like that? Like what about it bothers me? Because like I know I'm obviously not. I was living in Japan before the term even existed. I didn't get into anime until like a few years ago. It hasn't been that long since I started watching it. So I was like trying to figure it out. And I was like, I think I know what it is. When people actually legitimately use it as like a what's the word? Like a
insult.
Pejorative? Yeah.
Oh, you're much fancier than I am. Okay, continue. Sorry.
It's an insult. An insult then. Fine, that's better. If they use it as an insult, right? Then it like discourages people from getting into other cultures and languages. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're into other languages, and I don't like that because like I really like learning languages and that kind of thing. So if anything, I'm a Koreaboo, but my Korean's getting pretty damn good. So I think I'm gonna lose that moniker too. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Puku. That is like the best term I've ever heard. It sounds like something someone in like, I mean, I don't want to say the island like specifically. I don't want to like, go after them, but I had an experience. Anyway, like it just sounds like something someone out in the sticks would call, whatever. He's gonna commit old Puku. Like when my dad was growing up, they used to call it Harry Carry. Have you heard that before? Yeah, and it's
or like Thai food and stuff like that, and yeah.
Oh, really? I never heard that.
Yeah. Just horrible mispronunciations.
Yeah. Well, that's what that is. Harakiri. Oh, harakiri means to cut your stomach. It's another term, but
he's out there committing Harry Carry.
Exactly. Yeah, for real though. And then he actually talked about. He said when they were growing up, they would say he's a real Masachi kind of guy. And I think that refers to Musashi, like the greatest like duelist swordsman in Japanese history. I could be wrong.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
But,
also, RL, who I assume is a friend of ours in real life.
Yeah, let us know, RL, if we can call you by your real name.
Yeah. It says how much to donate for a stream game narrated in Korean.
Narrated in Korean.
Yeah. Which would probably be very impressive. Well, actually, it would just be confusing after the first 30 seconds for all of the English speakers, and then for all the Korean
comes
speakers.
in halfway through, it's like, what the is going on here?
Yeah. Welcome to Korean War Games with 3 white guys.
I would have to learn, like, I know like magic and that kind of thing, but like I would have to learn a bunch of like specific words. You don't know me, but also, okay. Damn it, that's not an answer. God dang it. Is that an answer? I'm going to let Carson decide.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think
Also, I like that Matthew says that he used to call games for the Cubs Harry Carey.
He used to call...
I'm going to Google
really?
it. Harry Carey. Yeah.
It comes from Harakiri, right?
No, Harikiri is a guy. That,
Oh,
yeah.
he used to. I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I misheard what you said. I thought you said like Matthew used to call games for the Cubs, and I was like, what? That's amazing. Like, I guess he's referring to like he could narrate these games, like we could do like color commentary or something like that. Oh man. Court is in session. Welcome. The flesh bags were willing, but the machine spirit wasn't. It's so true. It's so true. That computer was just like it figured out, like, you know how like the servitors skulls or whatever, like they're locked in eternal punishment. That was the one, like that laptop, like it broke out. It's free now. It's finally at peace. Yeah.
Yeah. Some like blue mist flew out of the PC after a blue screen of death, and it just never started again. Died forever.
It's true. The Emperor is displeased. But
indeed.
It went to robot heaven.
Yep.
So
I choose to believe what I was programmed to believe.
Damn it, what's that from?
It's Futurama.
Ah, okay, right. Okay, so we'll get to we just packed this full of nonsense already. We should probably talk very, very briefly about this stupid 40K room. I mean, I shouldn't call it stupid. I don't dislike 40K. It might seem like I do. I don't actually hate 40K. It has nothing to do with this stream, right? I don't know. It looks like a missile or something like that, like a Mechanicus missile for 40K or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's a Leagues of Votann butt plug.
Oh, that's true. They're pretty like what's the word?
They're pretty high tech.
Yeah.
They're AI driven. Wait, okay, so there was a whole. Also, thank you very much, Big Ron, for the gift membership. And
I was going to say stout, by the way.
Yeah, right, stout.
Yo, Big Ron. Yo, thank you so much. He gets ducked. Yeah. He ducked that one apparently.
I do have a question though. So
okay,
there was a big thing where the Golden Demon Awards have basically like completely outlawed any involvement of AI whatsoever in submissions.
Wait, what?
Because there was a thing in the past where I think someone that like maybe won or got close to winning a Golden Demon Award had like an AI backdrop for their thing, like an AI generated image. However, the Leagues of Votann are entirely AI based, right? Like a bunch of, it's like cores or something, or there's like old AI that basically drives their whole civilizations.
Wow.
But that means you can't submit Leagues of Votann for Golden Demon.
Boom! Got him!
Yeah.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Which I'm fine with because dwarves are stupid.
That's true. And you don't mean real life dwarves.
No. Fantasy dwarves. No, God, no. God, no.
Squats.
Ooh. Jeez. Yeah. Next topic. I'm
just trying to be clear. Okay, let's move on. There isn't a lot of news, so we're going to be grasping at straws here most of the time. Did you see this secret level like Amazon Prime thing?
No, I didn't. I'm waiting
for
it to pop up on screen.
Amazon Prime is like making a bunch of cancel carbs. Like they're making a bunch of animations based off of video games, popular franchises. Mega Man was in there, and Space Marine is in there. So they're gonna make and it's the people from what's it called? Love, Death, and Robots or something like that. You know, made a bunch of they made a bunch of stuff for Netflix, and now they're making a bunch of stuff from video games. They're doing God of War and Spelunky and like just a bunch of random Pac-Man. They're making I want to say 15 or 20 different animations based off of those different universes, and they have anyway. So I just thought that was really cool. There's no Age of Sigmar in there, but we all like Warhammer in general. I was playing 40K, and I had a Space Marine army that I got at the very start of 8th edition with the Dark Imperium box set. But when that Astartes animation when I like was told about it and actually watched it, like, my God, does that get your? It's so freaking good,
Incredible.
and so it's incredible. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I don't watch reaction videos, but I've seen like every reaction video to that because I just love people watching it for the first time. There's this, I forget what they're called. They're called like the something nerds. And it's like these three, I think they were British, like black dudes, and like they react to stuff or whatever. It's something like the Nerd Crew. I can't remember what they were called. And they didn't know anything about 40K, and they just watched this thing. And like, I've watched that reaction video like 2 or 3 times now, just because they're just like the sheer amazement and joy. They're just like, what am I watching? Right. Anyway, sorry. So
Just for reference, you said they might be called the Nerd Crew. They're definitely not, because
Oh, they're
Red
not?
Letter Media is like fake.
That's right. That's right. It's something nerd. I can't remember. Or geek. I can't remember. It's been I haven't watched that video in ages. Like,
Like, so
I
imagine
want
you just watch like Mike, Jay, and Rich like reacting to.
yeah. Although, like,
Stories.
did you know that Rich and what's the other guy? What's the bald dude's name? The tall guy?
Jack.
Jack. Yeah, Jack and Rich had a video game play along channel, and they played Space Marine like 5 or 6 years ago on there, and yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I
it's
just
really
remember Rich had like a tangent at one point where he got like lured into somebody's apartment to like look at their Warhammer 40K models, which is like a tale as old as time. Like, there were so many times where my partner is just like, "Are you asking to die? Like, to be murdered?" It's like the amount of times we just randomly just go to strangers' homes
It's true, yeah.
to play with our toys.
Or have them come into our house.
Yeah. Like, this is Jim. I met him yesterday. He's having
Exactly.
dinner with us now, and we're playing toys together.
What army does it play? I don't know. Is he
I
a
don't-
murderer?
He didn't tell me.
Probably not.
He was just at the store. He didn't
was at
actually
the
say
store.
he played.
Like, seriously though, that has happened. Like, when I first got back in, this is a true story. When I first got back in, I went to like the local store that you and I met at the very first time, right? And I was just like, so, like, what's the deal then? Like, do you? Because like when I was a kid, my friends would come over and we would play Warhammer. That's, you know, we hardly ever went to the Games Workshop because you had to have a fully painted, fully based army. Like, it had to be totally complete. Anyway, so I was just like, so do you just like, what do you do? Like, do you go over to other people's houses and then they come over to your house? And I was just like, I don't think I'm comfortable with that. And then he was like, no, you can, like, first of all, there's a bulletin board, but second of all, like, there's like, you can play in the store. And I was like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? And I thought the crowd would be a lot younger too. Like, I didn't realize it was such a dad game at that point. Cause like I played when I was a kid. So I assumed everyone was like, you know, 18. And I was just pictured myself like going into it like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. You know what I mean? You're just like, God dang it. Like, they'd be looking at you like, what's this 30-year-old dude in my kid's house? Anyway. So, yeah. Thankfully, that's not the case, but sometimes it still is, you know. But like my rule was like I never had anyone over. I never went over to anyone's place that I didn't see like had an army and like or I played with in the actual store, you know. But
Yeah, it's always good to do the first game with the person at the store for sure. Which I'm trying to think. No, I did play Kenrick, and no, I didn't play him in the store, but I met him in the store, and then we played him in a tournament.
right.
Yeah. Or I played them in a tournament, not we. It's not. I mind. down.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We say that, but we both played Tyranids, so
Yeah, trying to
you know
push
how
it
to
out.
do it. Exactly. And then I guess like the only other piece of interest. That's why we played in the store. What is Alex even talking about? We met in the local store. And we played several times before I eventually went over to his place. I'll play you anytime, Alex, with my crappy Skaven, and I'll lose, but I'll play. Anyway, moving right along. I have no idea what he's talking about, as usual.
I like that Matthew H said, this is the part of the show where they admit the computer didn't die. It was actually stolen by a rando they invited in to watch them play it. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't me producing it. It was just some random person we found in the store. And halfway through, he just picks up the laptop and runs.
That bastard. It's true. Yeah. This is my work computer that I normally stream from, thankfully. But yeah, so we can stream here, but anyway, yeah. So we will get into that. But first, the last piece of like actual news is there's a Nova preview coming on August 28th and 20. Oh no, I see. That's 29th in Britain. Got it. Okay. I was like, wait, are they doing 2 days? So it's going to be 6 p.m. our time. So I'm hoping to do a preview show. Are you going to be around? We haven't talked about this clearly. Do you know?
I am. I will not be because
okay.
I have a dreaded. Guess what? Strata council meeting. Yay! I feel like it's every single review.
Always do that.
Yeah.
Wait. But what time is it?
I think it's at 7. Oh. I think. Yeah, it is at 7. So
this one starts at 6.
Yeah, I could maybe be there for a bit, but it's tough to say. I'll try.
That's fair.
Also, thank you so much, Big Run, and Ludovicus dodged it again.
Congrats, Daniel Platt, for getting to believe. Like, yeah, most people in the chat. Yeah, you are dodging bullets. I like that. Like Big Ron literally asked him, like, "How's it going?" And Ludovicus was like, "I'm doing well, I'm dodging bullets," and then he freaking dodged another one. Like, can we? Anyway, thank you again, Big Ron. That was very generous. So there is a preview coming, right? I'm going to try and do. Yeah, he keeps dodging them. I wish you could like specifically target someone. You know? Anyway. Under me on the stream? Yeah. Yeah. It's just so people can full screen it and like still like read the chat in case they don't want to necessarily participate. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So before we move along at all, what are our predictions? First of all, what are our predictions for Age of Sigmar? Part A. Part B is it just going to be Stormcast?
Yeah, I'm thinking it probably will be. I think that so one thing is that they didn't actually specifically say which systems are getting previews.
They did. It's
did
in
they?
the video. Yeah, they said 40K, Sigmar, Old World, Horus Heresy, and I can't remember if they said Necromunda or not.
Okay, so I'm a liar. But I would assume that they've shown us all of the Skaven stuff already.
Yes, they said, remember last week?
Oh, yeah, they said that it's all the stuff of the year. Yeah.
I was like,
okay.
They never said that. And then everyone's like, it's right in the article that you're currently looking at. I was like, God dang it. Yeah. Chorf Underworld's Warband, Plastic Emperor for Horus Heresy. Okay.
Yeah, my wish list is going to be like pretty contained. I think there's obviously like a ton of things you could wish for, but I think what it's probably going to be, what I hope it's going to be, is we're going to see the Stormcast stuff.
Okay.
That would have been what they showed at the time they showed the Skaven stuff. If they won, and then I also hope they're going to show a roadmap of some kind.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
Like, it would be awesome if they're like, okay, Skaven's releasing this day, Stormcast releasing this day, maybe the next book after that, and then even if they did like Grand Alliance, Death, Order, Destruction,
that would be so.
And these general things, because like they've done that before, they've given us rough roadmaps.
They did it at the start of Sigmar 3. So yeah, that is such a great idea. I didn't think about that, and I don't know why I didn't, because like I remember that before. They've done it several times. That would be so sweet. So what I was going to say was, if we're talking wish list and not what we think, what I think is Stormcast. But what I wish, this is a bit of a twist, okay? It's a little bit of a twist. Are you following me, Carson?
Sorry, I just saw the hobby collab pop up in chat, and I just went,
Oh, hey guys. Sorry, yeah,
nice to see you.
That's totally worth it.
Yeah.
That's totally
Okay, go
worth
ahead.
it.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping for, this is kind of crazy to me. What I hope for is no Stormcast. And here's why. We're getting Stormcast. We know we're getting Stormcast. So if we don't get Stormcast in this preview, that means we're getting stuff that we don't even know exists. Right? We know Skaven's up first. We know what models we're getting for Skaven. We know Stormcast is up second. We know we're going to get them anyway. So if they show us stuff that's not Stormcast, then it's going to be like, oh, baby. We're just getting more stuff to see. I'm sure it's going to be Stormcast, though, because, like, it's just the easy answer. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, of course they're going to do that. But I don't remember, because we had a similar timing last year, and first we got Tyranids. The question is that I didn't have time to look up, did we get Space Marines at Nova? Because if we got Space Marines at Nova, then we know what we're getting. Like, it's probably going to be them anyway, right? But maybe.
Maybe? Yeah. So if it isn't Stormcast, what do you think it's going to be?
If it isn't Stormcast...
Same question to the chat. Same question to the chat.
If it isn't Stormcast...
I want a realistic answer. I don't want a wish.
No. I've got one. I've got one locked and loaded.
Okay.
I think it's going to be either Gitz or Nighthaunt. I think it's definitely going to be either a Destruction or a Death Army, and we're going to get one and or the other in whatever order after we get Skaven and Stormcast.
Oh man, if it was Gitz or Nighthaunt, that would like unlock the conspiracy theory part of my brain, just because that's the order they released the faction focuses in.
That's true.
But
that's not the rumor of what we were getting first, remember? I think the rumor that came along with the Deepkin thing was we were getting Gitz first. Or was it Orc War Clans? I think it was Orc War Clans. And then Deepkin in the early part of the year, like January, February.
Gotcha. Also, Cody says Nighthaunt buffs at Nova. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. They really need something. Yeah. I think Dreadblade Heroes should be able to teleport in both the movement phase and the shooting phase.
Why not?
Which would achieve nothing more, but just as like a just as a screw you.
I was gonna say, I think they should bring back the Battle Shock phase just so they can teleport in that phase, even if they're in combat.
I also think that they should get an ability where if they are the target of covering fire, they can teleport before the shooting attack is made.
Yeah. Obviously, like why didn't they have that already?
I don't know.
And they should make up new battle formations. Just take all of the battle formations they have right now, including the run and charge, retreat and charge one. Make them all into one, and then just add 3 more. Wish listing like crazy, whatever you want, all out, give them all. They should really have all out defense, right?
I agree.
And just as
ethereal 3-ups.
Ethereal 3-ups, the whole army, right? I think we all agree on
100%. 100%.
Make FEC wait another 3 years. That's part of the preview, actually. It's FEC wait another 2.9 years for your stuff.
It's like FEC coming in 2027. You're like, wait, what? Hold on.
Why? Yeah, that's what it feels like, though, man. It's like the one army. FEC was the one army that I wanted them to change the most. I just don't like NDP. I hate it. That and Nurgle. Nurgle, I don't play Nurgle, so it didn't really affect me. But the whole disease points thing, Age of Accounting, I thought we were past this.
The disease thing for Nurgle got better, for sure.
Because
now it's just you're diseased or you're not diseased. Yeah.
It's perfect. Just a token is great. Oh, by the way, something exciting for the channel, I think. You know, our other friend Andy, Chaos Andy, he printed up a bunch more of those like dice holder things for us to use as wound counters, and he printed them up for 12 millimeter dice, 16 millimeter dice, and we can use them for D20s as well. So
very cool.
Pretty dope. Yeah. So thanks again to him. Nighthaunt are only on top because they legended Sacrosanct. The extra damage to ghosts was literally the only roadblock. Huh. But you can still play Sacrosanct.
You can. Yeah.
For
So he's a stinky little liar. That's what he is.
Yep. RL, if that's your real name.
Mr. Stein.
Yeah.
Goosebumps is just okay. Actually, it's great. I like it a lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
I've never seen Goosebumps. Was it good? It's like a show. What?
The book. It's a book series.
Oh, okay.
There's been shows of it for sure, but like it started off as like a huge book series with just like completely ludicrous names, like the man who peed in the swamp or something. Like just lots of. It's just like it felt like the thing that was a whatever
like experimental art.
Kind of, yeah. Like just.
Yeah. I mean, RL says you take that back. God dang it. You need to come up with another like pseudonym there, RL. I'm gonna be tripping all over myself. But no one does because they're going to be legends, so they're automatically bad. Yeah, it's not wrong. Age of Accounting confirmed. I mean, like on the whole, I think it's gotten a lot better. They've gotten rid of a lot of that stuff. And so like when we were at the end of Age of Sigmar 2, going into 3, and Soulblight got the final book of that thing, they kind of really planned really well, actually, for Age of Sigmar 3. So I thought they were going to do... Name equals fine. His name is Roman. It's actually Roman. Hey, Roman. And by the way, he recently joined the Discord, and if you want to join the Discord, there's a link in the description below. Anyway, you've never peed in a swamp? I've peed in a swamp.
Not a swamp. Really, a swamp.
Yep.
While in it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've pooped in a swamp, actually. I was up hunting with my dad a long time ago, and my stomach hurt really bad. I have a gastrointestinal disorder for those of you that don't know. And so it was hurting really bad, right? So I picked a tree, I called it my own, and I started pooping, and my stomach hurt really bad. It was really bad, okay? And then like halfway through, this squirrel comes down right above my head, and I'm not exaggerating at all, starts screaming at me. Like actually screaming. It was like Silence of the Lambs, like crazy, eerie screaming. I've never heard a squirrel make this noise before. And he was just screaming over and over again. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm just like squatted down there. I was like worried he was going to attack me. I'm not joking. He hated me. I don't know what it was. Anyway.
Maybe you were pooping on his family.
Like
you didn't realize it.
Was I pooping on like an Aboriginal like squirrel burial ground? You know? And it's
maybe
it's bad voodoo. I'm sorry, squirrel. I didn't know. Like, I didn't even see him. It was like late fall. There was no leaves on this tree. I didn't even notice him until he was literally screaming at me, like 4 feet from my head. It probably had his babies. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm now like, what do you call it? Like, I'm taboo. I'm like a leper on the stream now for pooping. I shouldn't have been so open and honest. But yeah.
No, this is not a safe space for pooping.
This is clearly Wait, what? This public stream isn't a safe space? This is bullcrap. It was a perfectly fine name until that no talent hack Gore got a hold of it. What? Oh, Roman Gore? Gift if
No,
Rob or Carson.
Gore is. There was a misspelling of got. It's just got.
Oh. I don't understand. Do you understand?
I don't get the reference. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No gift sub for us.
I don't think I get the I don't get the connection there.
I think he's talking about the Roman thing.
Roman got? Roman Gore?
I think Gore is a typo.
Okay, so you think?
Yeah.
Oh, that no talent hack. Oh,
got a hold of it.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say Roman Polanski.
Okay. I have no idea how that's related. Also, Asri, welcome to the chat. Meat.
Meat indeed.
Meat.
Streamer invades daycare poops. That's definitely what like a modern what do you call it? Like cancel culture thing. I can see that. And it's like a picture of me going, you know. Yeah.
Exactly.
I've done the unthinkable. I've bought knife ears and I'm building them with intent to play. Roy, Carson just left Asri. Look what you've done. Wait. Before Carson, come back. I think he's gone. I was gonna say before he leaves, like it probably depends on the knife ears. Like I think Carbington or whatever his name would agree that if it was Sylvaneth, would Sylvaneth be okay, Carbington?
I had to take some chicken out of the oven. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That was good timing, actually. What kind of knife ears? You probably should ignore anything else with my name. I'm the best one. The others have done some stuff. That's not wrong. There's probably... I guess that's the one downside to not having a... Like I've always lamented my extremely common name. It's been nothing but trouble for me. Oh, Carson's walking down a long hall. Whoa. Port...
I'm back.
You're dude. So right before we started the stream, Carson's girl was on the way out, and you weren't on the screen at the time, and it just zoomed in on her. I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm like looking away because it felt so voyeuristic, man. Your camera, your webcam is like a pervert. It's a degen for sure.
Yeah, if it gets bored, it focuses on something.
Yeah.
Something weird, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Where did you get them from?
Amazon?
Okay. I want a pervert webcam.
Yeah, Logitech. I think it's Brio, but I always want to call it a brioche. But yeah, my brioche webcam.
I would like that. Okay, wait. I had a rando match against Nighthawk. Wait, what did you say? Did you say what you're playing?
He says it below. Darkling Coven, Drake Spawn
Darkling
Knights, and Dark
Coven.
Shards. So Cities of Sigmar.
That's not bad.
Cities of Sigmar is acceptable.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
I think anything that's not Lumineth is acceptable.
I suppose.
Like
Lumineth, Daughters of Cain is kind of like orange.
Daughters of Cain is dangerous. I think IDK is perfectly fine. And it's not just because they're like my second favorite army.
I think IDK is the best. Oh, thank you so much.
I think Matthew. So too. I was going to say maybe Sylvaneth. Because there's like basically no knife ears in the whole lot.
Yeah, there aren't really elves in Sylvaneth.
Yeah. So like they're not even like, they're almost not even.
It's fine. You get a pass.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Matthew. Gift another sub. Thank you so much. Did I got the answer wrong, right? Oh, R.L. Stein.
Office Space Michael Bolton? I'm still not sure. Also, as we says, I had a random match against Nighthaunt as a roving maw. I couldn't take it anymore. Carson can explain why I'm sad. Yeah. Nighthaunt's bad right now.
Oh, Office Space like the movie. Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just catching up.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Asri was just saying why he got elves, and he got night haunted, basically.
Oh, I mean that's very understandable. I don't think it's gonna last too much longer, but like dark elves are cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, cities I think is got a good answer to night haunt for sure, or they have several good answers. And the nice thing about cities is that it feels like the lists that they build aren't just like spam. It's that you have like multiple tools to kind of like solve multiple problems. And definitely the dark shards are the ones that the dark elves with the crossbows, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
so.
they can just like crap out a crazy amount of attacks, and if there's anything that kills night haunt, it's like high volume, low rend damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you're not paying for the rend there.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you can get like 40 or 50 save rolls going or something that's just gonna shred a unit of blade geist or even hex wraiths, and it's pretty nice. And then like executioners too are pretty nice, where they can be doing like crit mortal on 5s and 6s, and they get like a crap load of attacks, and you can do like advance in formation multiple times, or even if you don't, they're moving 9 inches.
Are we still talking about Cities of Sigmar?
Yep.
Executioners?
Yeah, they're dark elves.
Oh, okay. Because I know the Night Health or the Night Haunt Executioner. I wasn't. aware
not
of
the same thing.
The Dark Elf one.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, but like crit mortal, any mortals are great into Night Haunt too. You can get crit mortal for sure.
Bahamut's right. They are absolutely top of the meta right now. And like what's crazy about them is like there's a bunch of different builds for them. Like there's not one build. It's just like the army is just generally speaking really freaking good right now. So yeah. Thanks for joining us, Roman or RL or whatever your name is.
Mr. Stein?
Mr. Stein, thank you. Or
Ben Stein.
Good guy, that Ben Stein.
Yeah. Did he do something bad? I don't know.
I hope not. I don't think so.
Okay.
I've only seen him be like a paragon of like integrity in such a way that like, but you never know nowadays, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like how many years ago we were like, man, Bill Cosby, what a great guy.
Right? I'm just gonna hard exit this. As we said,
it's true though. It's true.
I know. Executioners would be great if they weren't $60 a box. Dark shards are only $40 for 10, and the Drakespawn Knights were $37 for 5. Price point is great. Yeah, that's fair. If you have something that's like relatively old, they're usually priced pretty well, which a lot of ogres falls into. Like, it's not too bad to pick up an Iron Blaster or anything like that.
That's true. Do you mean American dollars? Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining us, Jason. Thanks again for the generosity. Come back later, maybe, if you want to see, more. God dang it. How is this possible? Thank you so much, Jason, for donating again and giving a gift membership. That's really kind of you. So nice. Maybe check back. We're going to talk about the PC a little bit more and what we've got going on and everyone's amazing generosity and kind of our plans for it. So if if anyone who can't be here, or maybe you're watching this later, stick around. We're going to talk about some of our plans and whatnot, and obviously thank everyone for their amazing generosity and kind of just tell the story fully. But yeah, thank you again. Sorry, what was I saying just now?
You're talking about a biz.
I wanted to ask Asri if that's $60 American. Like, is that real?
He
money?
said yes. He just
answered. He did. He said US. Yeah. Oh, jeez, that's crazy. $60? I don't even know what they look like. Should I look it up right now?
I'm looking it up right now myself, just to see, because I know that
show the stream because like some people are probably at home.
Totally.
And they don't. Okay,
I do know that the exchange rate is preferable to us for Warhammer products. Like, it's actually
true.
Usually cheaper, even if you have a hefty discount in the US. It's usually cheaper to just buy it in Canada.
Yeah.
Obviously, the duties become an issue, but yeah.
And all the local stores give like 15% off, or not all of them, but like a good chunk of them. Execution. Oh, yeah, they're even on square bases in the picture here. They're $70 Canadian. They do look pretty badass though, especially for like older models. That's what they look like.
They do look pretty cool. Yeah, $70 Canadian, which is again very preferential for
right.
What did he say? $60 US, USD to Canadian. So if it was actually like a proper exchange rate, the executioners would be over $80.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just 70 here because
luckily
GW,
they don't. Yeah.
They like us, I guess.
But the
Commonwealth.
Australian dollar is like, yeah, but Australia is the Commonwealth, and they do not like Australians for some reason, and they hate New Zealand. I'm just kidding. That I've heard. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that they don't base it off of your dollar, your like the exchange rate. They base it off of like something to do with like the minimum wage there. It's like something about like people who are like younger affording it or something crazy. And so, but I don't see how that could possibly be true as well. Cause our minimum wage is really high in Canada. I don't think it's like it's not like it's double in Australia or whatever the hell those poor bastards pay. Right. Like there's no way that they're getting like that much an hour. I feel like, so, oh, wait. Hello, Beefy. Good to see you. How much are they asking for Drake Spawn Knights? I will look it up.
I just checked. It's $47.50 for
$47.50. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty not bad at all.
Yeah. Dang, that seems really good. Because like those sculpts actually hold up. Apparently, they came up around the same time as the old Saurus Knights that never held up. They actually always looked bad. Like those Cold One Riders were cartoonishly goofy looking.
Yeah.
It is probably shipping costs. Like that's probably, yeah, you're probably right. Because like they ship everything to the States and then it just kind of comes up here. Right. So.
Yeah.
Like like the location for that they ship out of to the United States is in Tennessee, but it's also the same for Canada. Like we get everything just from Tennessee, their main storage facility. So maybe they just, I don't know. We benefit from it. It's nice for once. Usually we're getting used. We've always had it like it pretty awful for most products out there. Like video games. I remember there was a time when the Canadian dollar was stronger than the American dollar, and our games were still like $70 or $80, and the American price was still $60 at the time. So it's just kind of like, it's usually that we usually get the raw end of the deal. So it's nice that we don't for once get a really raw end of the deal, frankly. And I mean, like we're paying double what the British price is, by the way, and the British pound it's not like it's double what our is. So like it, yeah. Anyway, moving right along. So there was one more thing I wanted to touch. Oh man.
Beefy says, "Did I miss guessing time for Nova preview?"
Oh, thank you. That was what it was. No, but that's
really?
what I wanted to bring up. Yeah. Okay. So we threw out there that idea, right? We threw out there the idea that like it's probably Stormcast, but you had a great idea about the roadmap, which is fantastic. You asked me to be specific. I said, like, we'll get like a small little preview because I think what we're gonna get from now on, I think they're gonna be like 40K, where you're not gonna get like one little foot hero when you get a book. I think you're gonna get like a couple of kits, probably, right? And that way, it's a lot more exciting when you get your book and whatnot. So. If they show, like this is kind of a two-part thing. If they do show another army, what is your guess for what they show? Like if it's not Stormcast, what is it? And like what kind of, like make a guess about like what we're going to see. Here, why don't I go first? Because I already started.
Sure. Yeah, sorry, I was answering Beefy in the chat.
I said Gits, right? So I'm going to say we're going to see a resculpt of Spider Riders. They're going to call them something different like Agrodons were. and then we're going to see a foot hero. You know, we got like the Snarlfang pack, like the Wolf Riders, but we don't have a hero to go along with them. So I'm going to say a hero like riding a wolf, and so the nice thing about this guess too is that like it's a little bit more evergreen because we're not going to see this on the 28th. So I'm going to guess a foot, like not a foot hero, but like a wolf riding goblin hero. I'm going to guess spider riders, and I'm going to guess a new spider riding champion guy as well. Like the old cave spider guy. Scuttle Boss. That's my guess.
I think that makes sense. I think my guess is that, okay, so the logical, so if you were GW, if you worked at GW, you were deciding this whole thing. I feel like from a business perspective, it's like, okay, we've released one order army. We're going to release like one, we're going to do Chaos, which is Skaven. We're going to do Order, which is Stormcast.
Yep.
Now, one would think that means that it has to be Destruction or Death next, which is fair. But I think it's actually going to be a second Order army. Just because there are so many Order armies, and I think that it is going to be Idanet.
Ooh. Okay.
I know that tickles your fancy greatly, but
it does. But the problem is though, is that like I just saw the best preview I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, you're gonna be bankrupt.
Yeah, like I don't know what I'll do. I hope you're wrong, just because I can't afford it right now. Like I can't afford it, and I don't have time to paint it. Like it's gonna take me a while to get caught up on Skaven, right? I mean, the one nice thing though too is that like what's the earliest it's gonna come, right? Like Skaven are probably coming in September at some point, right? Stormcast maybe October at some point. We're not gonna probably see another army in November, so it'll probably be December, right? So maybe I could, ask for stuff for Christmas or something. I don't know.
They usually don't release. They don't do big releases for December either, because that's when their big boxes come out.
Right.
So I could see it more so being like a January release, or maybe it's like an army box release where they do it in like November and then the actual release is in January or something, kind of like they did with the slaves.
Right.
2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, it must have been like 2 years ago.
Beefy says 40K had 4 books by Christmas last year. Interesting.
4 books?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Slaves was December. Was the box December or was the actual Battletome? Because I think the Battletome released after I got into them, which would have been like mid-January.
Yes, it did. But it would have been more than... It would have been like 2 years ago, right?
Like a year and 8 months, I guess, because it's August, but yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we got 9 books in 6 months last year for AOS. That's true, but like I think that for 40K they're gonna start like they did for 40K. I meant to say they're gonna start adding like more stuff with each release. But 4 books, like for 40K last year, that's surprising to be honest. I guess I was paying that little attention to 40K that I didn't even notice. Wow. Okay. Well then. Okay. Let's say. I kind of hope that's wrong. Although, the timing's been a little different for us as well. Maybe they regret that. Maybe I'm going to say they're going to do Destruction, and then the rumor is true, and we're getting Idnith like early next year, January, February. I don't think we'll get like cool crab, cavalry, because like the army already has a lot of cavalry and sharks and eels and stuff like that. But like
that's true.
No one wants
to play centerpiece, maybe.
But like no one wants to play foot Idnith. Who wants to play foot Idnith? Like some people want to, and they're degenerates, and that's fine.
Beasts of some kind.
Sorry.
What?
thought you were gonna make. I think you were gonna make a joke about Beasts of Chaos. I was like, come on, man.
No. I mean, like, so like some armies have
Right. Yeah,
like the
dire
NPCs
wolves.
of their dire wolves or frost sabers or
Totally.
there's a lot of different things. Or squigs would be another example. They're just like mindless whatevers that are just like unleashed onto the battlefield. I could see IDK like having like a piranha swarm or something like that, or
And
who
that would
knows,
be
right?
cool. That would be cool. And like maybe they're riding like a little whatever kraken or something like that, like a little foot or like a little hero to like guide them around or whatever. I could see that. Rob, read my guess. What was your guess, Beefy?
He said my guess will be a fall release. Oh, sorry, my guess will be fall releases, Stormcast range, roadmap, cover for a Death Army, small release, Soul Blight, and then cover for a Deepkin book or one model, with a bigger release coming before Christmas. That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Alex says Army of Krabba.
That would be cool. I love crabs. Oh, and I like, lobsters and crustaceans as well. Asri says, IK is weird since there isn't anywhere to go. Maybe a giant named shark. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you read the Deepkin novel, the full one, there is a named character in it, and he gets like the most badass, crazy, awesome mount I've ever heard of in my life at the end of it, and it's dope. So that would be cool. The only thing I don't like about that character is he's like Briamar or whatever, and that's the Gyranian faction of IDK, and I don't know, they're just kind of less interesting to me. So, but I'm not a huge fan of the character, but like as a model, like man, it sounds so cool. But I think there's lots of places they could go with IDK though. Is what I was gonna say. Is like a giant Kraken centerpiece would be awesome. Like an Embaler. I've talked about this since IDK literally came out, right? But you've got whales. So there's so many different things. Crabs, crustacea. There's so many things in the sea. Like if you wanted to do like like we had rat swarms in fantasy and like in Age of Sigmar up until now. You could do like a swarm of jellyfish. And then there's like someone like whipping them around or whatever, guiding them around. And,
yeah, 100%.
And they would be like a really good thing to have like a zombie-like effect where they do mortal wounds when they die. Is it Briondar? You're probably right. You like Prince Lurien? He's kind of unlikable, but he's interesting. You know what I mean? Like he's a dick. He's like an awful dick. But he has like a decent character arc in it. And the book is really fun. I think it's by Matthew Stowe. No, is it Matthew Stowe? I can't remember. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the guy who wrote the episode 3 novel for Star Wars. That's Matthew Stover. It's the guy who's really awesome. He did the Hamilcar novel. He does really fun writing. I know Alex knows it. He likes him. Yeah, like that was the rumor. Beefy was Achillean Knights or something like that. So it sounds like Graveguard equivalent, but I personally, I don't know. That just sounds kind of boring to me. Like.
Could be cool. Also, were you talking about David Geimer?
David Geimer. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He wrote, what was it called? The Blind Prince or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
He did write the Hamilcar book.
He did. Yes. Yeah. He wrote that. And he wrote the same guy wrote the Deepkin novel. I think it's called The Blind Prince, but I could be wrong. And it's really fun. It's like it's kind of like people talk about bolter porn for like Space Marines. It's like in the same vein where it's filled with action. It's very plot heavy. You know what I mean? But it's really fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. I've only read it once. It's not like the kind of thing where you go back and read it again and again, I think. But it was good, you know? Yeah. Swarm of Piranha. Yeah, like Carson said that earlier. The only thing about piranha is they are a freshwater fish. I know I'm getting a little bit... I might be annoying people right now, and I'm sorry. I did want to be a marine biologist at one point. That's my excuse. Anyway, moving right along. But you know, we've got like giant sea turtles, but like there's not some of the other more iconic things like whales and you know what I mean that they've yet to explore, crustacea and yeah, that sort of thing. But like some kind of crab cavalry would be so sick. Anvily, hard to kill, like 2-up save. Unsub. No! We can't lose Matthew. We can't lose Matthew. I'm sorry. Whatever it was, actually I don't remember. It was the piranha. I am an ass. Can I just start with that? The Blind King's Court. Thank you. Another Matthew. Matthews are just generally good people. Orca killer whales would be dope. Rob, in a world of magic stuff happens. That's true. No, I know. I hear you. I hear you. I'm not saying they shouldn't. Okay? It was not a judgment call. I'm saying they won't. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference. Absolutely. Thank you, Damien. It was Geimer. Giant anglerfish. Oh, with Namardi? God dang it. Why are you giving me things that I never thought of that I now want? I want that so bad. Oh, that'd be so sick.
That'd be terrifying. Like some sort of like fish human monster thing. Yeah.
Yeah. With like that crazy underbite. And then they've got like the lure light that could like draw people in. Maybe it's like -1 to hit or something like that. You know? God dang it. They'd be like elite Namardi. They're like the buffed up Namardi. Like, I think like something like that, you'd have like, it'd either be like a shark or it would be like a unit of 3 or something like that. Or maybe even 2, you know, just something kind of different.
Yeah.
Manta rays sounds effing awesome. Like I would swear. That sounds dope. I love them. Aquaman is awesome. Earth sea creatures. Think fantasy. Think lanternfish with 10 lights that blind opponents. Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't like a judgment call. It's like talking about like what they will do. Like if they had said we're gonna make like a dragon turtle, you know, before they came out, I would like that's stupid. Show me a kraken. Like, I want to see a kraken. Don't come back until you've shown me a kraken. But the Leviathan is effing awesome, too. He's dope, you know? The sharks are just sharks. Like, did anyone else notice? Like, they share very... Like, they're basically just sharks, right? They're like, how can we just make sharks? Like, I would have liked them to have seen... Like, did anyone play the video game Maneater? Did you play that? You are a shark, and it's like very tongue in cheek, and then you like bite onto like, you know, toxic waste or mutagens or something like that, and you can evolve the shark. And there's one that's like a bone shark, and he's like the lamest one by far. And then there's like the shadow like speed shark, and he's mwah. But my favorite was actually this like electricity like shark with like little like weird tentacles and stuff like that. Anyway, like that's what they should have done. You know, sharks are cool. I don't hate on sharks. They're freaking awesome. I own a real megalodon tooth. I love sharks. I love the ocean. I'm just saying that like they could have been more creative, a la Beefy's original statement. A swordfish with a drill nose. That sounds cool. You know, flying fish. You know. Like, there's so many freaking cool things in the ocean. Terrifying things. But, like, I also would like them to see them do, like, a little bit more. We do need a hammerhead. That's true. If we're going to have, like, some kind of hero, They need to be on some kind of weird hammerhead. But like the silhouettes are like could be more varied. Like if we're talking new stuff, right? We currently have the eels, which has a very different silhouette than a shark, which has a very different silhouette than the eidolon, which has a different silhouette than the leviathan. Like all these things have very cool and interesting silhouettes. So I think crabs is like a really good. Crabs and kraken are the two things that I think have the most interesting silhouettes. Now I'm not saying make them just crabs, right? But like they saw how popular Doonclaw. You remember Doonclaw from the frickin', right? That thing was awesome. Like it's such a no-brainer. It's such like low-hanging fruit. It's not hanging, it's on the ground. Just bend over, GW, and pick it up. It's crazy.
Yeah. I appreciate this gigantic rant that you've gone on, but Delicious Relish spamming monkeys in the chat reminded me that I promised to give Zabu the monkey a shout out today, and he looks very handsome, and also he can sing again. So I just want you all to know that.
Did you have a stroke? Continue. What the hell did that mean?
I just wanted all of you to know that. But continue. Sorry.
That sounds like an inside joke if I've ever heard one.
No.
But it's good that you reminded him. I like monkeys. My son bought that Wukong game, that new like it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like a Souls game, but it's different, more action orientated, and it's cool. It's really cool.
Beautiful game too.
Beautiful. It's over 100 gigs on PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't doubt
it. Yeah. They did not waste like anyway. Yeah, it's really fun though. It's super fun. Like luckily, when you buy stuff on PlayStation, like you can share. So we both. Zabu is a legend. That's true. So is the monkey.
Wukong?
Yeah.
Sun Wukong?
Journey to the West. Giant Lobster? Indeed. Giant Lobster would be cool, Beefy, but listen, just hear me out, okay? Oval bases, the crabs, like, they move sideways into battle. And the people, and like the Namarti or the Achilleans or whoever's on top, like their howdah faces, it swivels and it can face like the side. So when they're charging into battle, the crab is going in sideways, maybe like this with like, maybe they have like one big claw, and they go into battle like this. And then there's the guys on top and they're facing them. Like, come on, that sounds cool, right? And then they have, I've talked about this before, which is crazy. But they have like giant chains with like pincher, like metal pincher, like sort of things that they throw on you. Black Myth Wukong. I have been super hyped for that game since the first teaser. Yeah, it's really good. It's really fun. Like one of my favorite games of all time is Sekiro, which is a Souls game. I think it's by far the best Souls game ever made, and it's not like in the same vein, and that like the combat isn't quite as perfect, but it's really fun and it's different, and which is cool. And it's like it delves into like Chinese myth, which we don't really see as much, So yeah, it's fun. But yeah, are glowing, yeah. Oh yeah, and it's selling like crazy. I'm happy for them. It's their first game. Game Science or something, the studio. Is the preview about AOS or only 40K? It is about all of them, Eduardo. Thank you for joining us. It's about, they're doing AOS, 40K, The Old World, and Horus Heresy, and I can't remember about Necromunda. So, yeah.
My bad. I misread, or I misunderstood what he was saying. Okay. I accidentally said it's mainly AOS, but we're mainly doing AOS, and we're mainly caring about AOS.
Oh, I see. Yes,
but
yes.
I think you're correct in answering his question that the actual preview will have like pretty much every game system they have. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to do like a watch along, Eduardo. So if you want to come and hang out, I don't know where you're from, but like they're doing it 6 p.m. our time, which is Pacific Daylight Time.
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, if it were today. Yeah, exactly. If it were,
yeah.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for the kind words. We appreciate you guys. And like I gotta read this out. Like that would have been a great segue, but like as we just said, okay, hear me out. And so I'm in already. Like I need to read the rest of this paragraph. IDK take the loot they've collected, then buy the bankrupt red lobster and use the lobsters to breed. I'm already sorry that I read this whole thing out on stream. To breed giant mutant lobsters while still offering unlimited shrimp. I mean, this is a great like underpants gnome style business plan that you've laid out. I'm less excited for the models though.
Maybe unlimited shrimp is how they kill people. So it's kind of like the Homer Simpson situation where they like pin you into a chair and just feed you shrimp.
Would be another cool like swarm idea. I like jellyfish more. I love jellyfish. I think they're beautiful. But shrimp would be cool. Krill. Killer krill. You're from Mexico? Nice. I think there's at least 2 time zones in Mexico though, right? So I don't know which side. If you're on the West Coast, then you're probably somewhat similar to our time zone. Like if you're in Mexico City or something.
Supposedly there are 4 standard time zones in Mexico.
Damn, I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's the same amount that we have. And our country is so stupidly big.
Wait. We have Pacific, we've got Mountain Time, Central, Eastern, and then there's actually one more for Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So we have 5.
Hey? Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. A giant squid centerpiece. Yes, thank you. A giant Krakagon, because that was a reference in the original Battle Tome way back when. And so I always wanted that. Embaler on Krakagon. And Embaler is what the IDK used to tame their sea life. And the most dangerous one is the what do you call them? The ones that the kings go on. I can't come up with it for some reason. I've read literally every novel and novella, short story they've ever made. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure someone will get it in the chat. I'm just blanking super hard. I'm brain dead. But why don't we move along? Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. To it. So to finish, to like pick up where we were going along there earlier, our computer that we used to stream with, it died. It decided life was too hard. And that stream was like one of the hardest parts. It was like one of the hardest nights I've ever had since starting this channel 3 years ago. It's over 3 years now, right? And like I made the channel before we started streaming. Like, you know what I mean? There was like months and months and months of like getting like stuff for the tabletop ready and whatnot. And, you know, I painted an entire Realm of Battle board, which took longer than an army. Like it literally took longer than an army to make that thing. And then we didn't end up really using it much because we went from 6x4 to 60x44. Anyway, so that was definitely one of the hardest. Deep Mare. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. That's totally worth me interrupting myself. Because it was bothering me. Anyway, so then our computer died, and we've been putting a lot of money into improving the quality of, and I mean, I've been doing this since the beginning, and you know what I mean, but recently we've been continuing to invest money in it, and we just kind of didn't have enough money to get a new computer, but we like literally needed a computer in order to stream. And so then why don't you take it over from here, Carson? Because the whole thing was your idea, and you executed it wonderfully.
So yeah, after the stream on Friday or Thursday, sorry, we're all like a little down in the dumps, like just trying to think about like any solutions we could possibly have. We talked about like routing the entire stream all the way through like Rob's personal / work PC temporarily, just to like make sure that we could keep doing them. And that was just like not really possible, just because either we'd be like constantly moving your computer, or we'd have to have a producer in like an entirely different room in your house, which is just really bad for being able to like swap camera angles and like manage everything. And we knew that we needed to get.
And I was a little selfish there because like on top of like, it was not going to be very, very feasible, but I also have like security stuff because I make websites and stuff for people. And I was a little, like I tried to save as possible with my clients. So.
Yeah. It's good to keep it separate for sure. So basically on Thursday night, we're like, well, we have a couple things that we can sell. We can like scrounge together as much cash as we can. I'm going to like cut down. Like originally I had like made us a little build on like PC parts picker that would just be like, this is our ideal stream PC that we want to make. And I was like, maybe I can get this as cheap as possible and we'll just have to bite the bullet and like pay a whole bunch of money for this PC essentially that we effectively need to buy anyhow. And then at the end of the night, I was like, you know what? We have a community full of very generous people who've already helped us a lot. Why don't I set up just like a fundraising goal? And I was expecting it to be like maybe a couple people like chip in $10 here and there, but in like a day, like within hours, we got like 50% of our entire budget raised, which is incredible. Like it really makes it so much easier for us. And I already ordered the parts. They're coming. They're arriving like Thursday, and I'll be building them hopefully this week. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for the incredible support that none of us predicted could even be like possible.
Yeah, we literally didn't think it was, and I was just kind of going like, I was talking to my wife, and I was just like, what can we afford here? You know what I mean? Like how many kidneys do I got to sell, and like what's the deal? And she was just like, we can't afford that. We don't have that money. Like we've had some personal expenses pop up and other things, and then she was just like, yeah, we just don't have that money. And I was just like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And I went to bed like pretty down. I'm not gonna lie. But then as bad as I felt the day before, the next day, I didn't even I usually have my phone set to do not disturb so I can get work done. Because like if I look at my phone and you know what I mean? I kind of get drawn into messages and different things going on. And so I find it very hard to get work done because I work from home. Anyway, so then I checked it, at my usual time. And I was blown away, man. Like Kenrick said something along the lines of, like something, I think he said something like, I think I'm going to cry, and that's like, that was my exact reaction. Like it didn't occur to me. Like I have trouble like asking for things too. Like I don't know that I probably would have ever actually done it, but like, I don't know what else we could have possibly done in order to get the stream back up and running like anytime soon. And people's generosity, it blew me away. So like, as Carson just said, thank you. It is. And because people were like so much more generous than we could have ever possibly thought, we've kind of expanded the scope of our plans a little bit, to we're hoping to like get other things, like we needed a monitor as well, which was not in like the purview of it. Like we could have used, we've got this one monitor that we hook up the switcher to, that you need to like run the switcher basically on. And then we have this old monitor, I think it was Liam's, actually, my son's, and it's terrible. It's so bad. Like it's like distorted. Like it's not even like everything looks weird, and it's still small. It's like a 15-inch like distorted crushed monitor. It's weird. Anyway, so we're gonna get a monitor to go with that. And I've got actually another thing of Liam's is a keyboard. He got recently that he doesn't need. It's a brand new keyboard. It's not like anything fancy. It's not like a gaming keyboard or anything, but it's just like a normal keyboard. And then I think we're hoping. What else was there? Oh, we're gonna get like a 50-foot Ethernet cable so we can run.
Basically, we're transitioning everything to like hardwired as much as physically possible, just because like we've just had so much trouble with everything.
And it'll improve the quality of the stream. Like we'll be able to make a better stream for people 100%. To watch. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Thanks for the kind words. I was trying to get through my little speech, but Big Ron said, "You rock, you deserve it." That's really kind. We love what you do. Beefy said, "Thank you so much. That's really kind." Asri said, "The power of the mustache compelled me. It does to all of us."
It compels me too. I'm not in control anymore. Yay!
It's like rooting up into your brain. Don't forget, because can I just read out some of the chat?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chris said, "You guys have built a great community. I couldn't agree more. It sucks the PC broke, but good for the community. But good for you. The community loves you all. It takes a lot. It says a lot about the people you are." Hey, man, that's like, what kind words? That's amazing. And then Eduardo says, "By the way, I always wondered if that image behind you was a cross-sectional image of a tissue or something like that. Looks like muscle." I think it's a steak.
It's just like marbled meat, essentially. Beef, specifically.
Sorry, Matthew said, "Trouble asking for things, but tell us stories about pooping on squirrels." I never pooped on a squirrel, damn it. I pooped at the bottom of his house. Okay, that's very different. And he screamed at me, and I have nightmares about it still. And that was like 15, 20 years ago. That's true though. I am weirdly open about most things, but I do have I have trouble billing my clients. Like I find it hard. I do it on a set day, and like there's nothing. I got to do it on that anyway. And Ludivika said, "I'm just happy we're able to come together and make a real difference." My God, did you ever make a difference? Yeah. And Carson going out of his way to share the Ogre slide deck. You guys have always been so cool. I'm stoked we could help you guys. Yeah, I mean, you really have. And thank you for the kind words. I don't know what an Ogre slide deck is. It sounds gross.
The deep dive.
The deep dive.
Yeah.
Right, the slideshow, totally, absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of which, the next one is coming, but it's tough because I want to almost wait for like the next
I know
balance patch, just because I feel like things are not like the most balanced that they possibly could be right now, and then that all of a sudden that video just becomes obsolete immediately if there's like a battle scroll that comes out. So I might wait until it does, but it is coming. But anyway,
I do think we should wait until at least the first battle scroll. I think most people would agree, because like if you make one now, right, you can only make so many Ogre deep dives, right? I would like to make one once things are settled, and then the next time you make one, it'll be after the book comes out, you know?
Yes, 100%.
It's a muscle. Meat is muscle. That's true. It's a crow's muscle. Yeah, I mean, these are all true. It's all true.
I will say one thing.
Sorry, just bill your clients. No, you're not wrong. It's who I am. I'm sorry, guys.
Back to the stream PC thing, though.
Yes.
Just I feel like we owe it to our community to be like 100% transparent with how things are going, like fund wise. And we have the Ko-fi fundraising goal, which is still ongoing. If you feel like giving us a donation, we would very much so appreciate that. And I think everyone that I've seen in the chat already has, so please don't.
I think so, yeah.
Please don't double donate. But we already had some things, or rather Kenrick had some things that he had bought for the channel that he was basically selling to raise additional funds, and he has done that. So we're actually almost fully raised. Like we've almost fully raised the PC costs. It's like, well, not completely. We still have like a good chunk each that we have to pay for it, but it has made a huge dent. And then Rob, you were kind of alluding to earlier that if there is more, we might expand it to like the monitor and some other extra stuff. And one thing we were looking at getting to was a stream deck would really help. Just being able to have like overlays with battle tactics and like battle plans and stuff like that.
Yeah, we tried to do it before with the
hotkeys on the keyboard. But
hotkeys, thank you, and that worked. That didn't work at all. Like I was just like trying to like type in the chat, like set up polls and do different things, and it was just like turning off on random ones. And you can go look at that stream. It it didn't really work. So yeah, there's like a few other things that we were hoping to improve the quality of the streams. And before we, move on, because I don't want to forget, as a small token of our gratitude, we have a couple of ideas for that. This is at the very least. So everyone who donated to the Ko-fi, account. What's it called? The Ko-fi fundraiser.
Ko-fi, it's like a fundraising goal. Yeah, fundraiser. Yeah.
Everyone who donated to the fundraiser, I'm going to add. Like the stream. Actually, I can. Oh no, I can't do it and have the mics work. Like at the start of the stream that says starting soon. I'm hoping to, or I'm planning. I will be making. This is not a maybe. I'll be making like a thing that says like stream starting soon, and then it's gonna say like, I don't know, something like, what do you guys think? Like Hall of Heroes or something along those lines. Maybe something a little bit funnier. You know what I mean? Like
whatever you guys want to call yourselves is
whatever you
okay
want
with us.
Yeah. Like I'm openly looking for suggestions, tentatively called the Hall of Heroes or something like that. And it's going to have everyone who donated. And, I'm thinking about, I'm not sure exactly how it'll look. I did the thumbnail today with kind of like a faux gold, like super quick. And I'm thinking maybe something along those lines where like, I'll just make everyone's name like appear like gold or something like that. And then, so that would be a permanent thing. And then Carson had an amazing idea.
Over to me. So one thing I wanted to do too was I wanted to get like everyone's names that donated, just like Rob is doing for like the Hall of Heroes thing, but this would be for like something that isn't quite as visible to you as the audience. But I wanted to make like a little like trophy plaque thing, which is very cheap. It's not taking money out of the budget. I'll just buy it myself. It's not expensive at all. And put it on the side of the PC, basically like a permanent reminder of like all of the people who made it happen, right? Yeah. And every single time anyone even looks at the PC, every single time a producer is producing, they're going to be seeing those names and knowing like who allowed us to get to this point, because we wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. So I really want to be able to do that. Or I will do that. And I think we're going to try and put a cutoff of like Thursday. It's probably when we'll...
You had a reason originally to make it... Oh, I think we were thinking like... Remember it had to do with the... I think it'll be a little longer than that.
Okay. We'll let people know what the cutoff is. And that cutoff isn't like... Basically, it's just like, let me know what your preferred name is to put on that little plaque.
Yes, and for me too.
Exactly. But the plaque... with yours, you can update it whenever, but the plaque is permanent. So... Yeah.
I don't want to. There's a good reason. Like, I would ideally just be able to make it, because I'm gonna like go a little bit above, with above the normal. By the way, Chris said you guys knocked it out of the park with Magnificent Bastards. That would be sick. It's like Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, just like a permanent list of names that would never change. That.
Yeah, they're just the Magnificent Bastards, and these are the people. I just hit the mic.
I like that. Ludivicus did also say honorary trash pandas, which is good too. But I kind of...
They're not honorary. Like, they are trash pandas. Like,
that's true.
If you're a part of this community, you're a trash panda. That sounds like an insult, but I mean it with honor. Like, I'm toasting you. Okay. I mean, there is the, buy some dice, will you? But that's, that would be very kind. But none of this is, we're not like, we've already gotten so much more support than we ever thought possible. But we also wanted to it's like, I would have probably been like, what did I say earlier? The Hall of Heroes or something like that. But Magnificent Bastards, like, my God, what a great ring to it. I donated to Tabletop Tactics when they did their big studio thing, and they kind of had like a permanent thing on their website where if you donated to that, I forget what it called. It's something like it's some kind of Space Marine lore that they called you. But Magnificent Bastards does have a nice ring to it. You're conflicted? Excellent. Yeah. I mean, I actually just came up with that for the stream title, and then I sent it to Carson, and then he's like, make it bigger. He's like, so they can see it from the back or something like that. And so I was like, you're so right. I can't remember what I said, like, you are so right, or something like that. And then I went back and I changed it before the stream started. But I know, like, can you tell how much trouble I have with this big one? I appreciate that. Yeah, buy some dice, will ya? That was so hard for me. That's something like Eris always says, hey? Buy a shirt, will ya? Eris from...
Hey, won't say that.
Oh, that's true, but he's a huge fan of Eris.
Oh, is he? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, avoiding the puddle on Twitch. Yeah. I think that's where he gets it from. He's got like a very similar style. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He does say that too. Eris is a great one. Like, he used to talk about, like, he's like, I'm gonna go smell some flowers, which was code for go smoke some weed or whatever. Like, his little break. And then he plays a lot of Resident Evil, and like, I don't know if you guys remember, but in Resident Evil, the health is like it's like a green herb or whatever. And then so one of his shirts is just like, will you take the herb, like from straight out of Resident Evil 1? And then it's like, yes, no, or whatever. And it's like, it's got the little arrow next to the yes or whatever. It's just so, like, it's so friggin' meta and clever for him personally to have it. Yeah. Anyway, he's a funny guy. He's actually like a Tekken. His Avoiding the Puddle, he used to have a Tekken podcast. And I used to watch him. I'm not really into Tekken, but he was just so funny. That I started watching him for that way before. Like, when I was watching him, there'd be like 4 or 5 people watching, and now he has thousands of people. Run a 50-50 for the end of the month. Winner on an episode. Damn. The 50-50 thing's actually not a bad idea though. Like,
that's true, but that starts making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know enough about that. Like, I only know about them from hockey games. Like, that's literally that's the only way I even know about 50-50s is you go to the hockey game and, I mean, I guess most people know how it works. I only know about it through hockey though. Like, I don't even know if it exists outside of hockey. Like, I know Beefy is from Canada, so he probably knows about this from hockey too. But, like, does it exist outside of hockey? Like, someone tell me, right?
Well, Beefy, he'll do 50-50s at his tournaments to raise money for Team Canada for Worlds, just to kind of reduce the ticket price, because it is quite a bit. I think it's like 3,200 or something.
I see.
For the team, so that's
amazing.
Yeah.
So that's
you rock too, Big Ron. I love you. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yeah. Welcome to Costco.
It's an Idiocracy reference.
Oh,
okay. It's like this. Okay, I'm gonna give you 10-second pitch. It's basically a guy is like putting cryostasis. I know
Idiocracy. You've told me about it before.
Okay,
but the other people need to know, Carson.
Yeah, he's put in stasis. He wakes up like 200 years later or something, and then humanity's just become dumber and dumber. And he walks into a Costco, and there's a guy at the front just going, "Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you." Like, there's like a greeter, and it's just getting like stupider and stupider for everything. And yeah, it's great.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I've been watching Shogun on your recommendation. Who's the weeaboo now, sucker? My God, is that show good though? It's like the best thing I've seen. I don't know, like, remember the last time I saw something that I liked that much. I think it was like the first couple of seasons of Better Call Saul or something like that. Like, it's been forever. It's really good. And I'm only on like episode 4 or 5. I would be done by now if not for my wife. But she's got to get up early, so.
Yeah. There would be times when they were releasing week by week where, like, I think I was playing games with Kenrick or you or something.
Yeah.
And I just got a text from my partner. She's like, when you get home, do you want to watch Japanese man shares passionate swim with British man? I'm like, yes.
That was such a good moment too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read the book like over 20 years ago, and I don't remember, like I only remember small bits and pieces, but man, it's so good. I can't believe it. But it's so funny because like they clearly filmed it around here, and like we made a joke, right? Because I think you said something about like I think they film it around here, and then I was like, yeah, it looks like Horseshoe Bay, right? And then I saw the next episode we watched. It has White Cliff Park, like that island out at White Cliff Park that's in everything, like from Battlestar Galactica to like what was it? What was that, like the Hood or whatever, that show about the DC guy or whatever, the bow and arrow guy, or Arrow, I think it was called. Yeah, like they use it in everything. It's crazy. That's a really cool rock, like granted, but it's like a 10-minute drive from my house, you know. I go out there all the time. My wife and I have like pictures of her out there, like when she first came from Korea. Or actually she came from Japan because anyway, doesn't matter. But
I feel like there's someone out there like triangulating your position based on all of the references to like how far away a drive something is. Like White Cliff Rock, 10-minute drive.
Bastards.
Okay. Yeah. Last week he said that Prospect Point was a 20-minute drive. All right. Yeah.
That definitely sounds like something out of a movie, right? Prospect Point. It's like something out of like an 80s.
Well, that does exist. It's Stanley
Is that
Park.
out here too? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right. But like, isn't like Prospect Point, like, isn't that something they call stuff in movies, like where the kids go up to like make out or whatever?
Like Lover's Peak or
yeah, but like it's usually an alliteration, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So
PP Point.
PP Point, the good old PP Point. Which movie is depressing?
Idiocracy.
Oh yeah, maybe. Do that Crocs made their debut in that movie. The costume person wanted to find the dumbest and cheapest looking shoe. That's also, yeah, that sounds right. They're great. I'm just kidding. I'm mostly a sandal guy. But so back to a little bit back to the streaming PC and our love of you kind people. There is those two things. So we do need to know people, like if you are okay with like whatever your Ko-fi name is, will probably be what we use right now. So if you want something different, please don't forget to let us know. If you do want to like be a magnificent bastard and a permanent, have a permanent place in our hearts, that it's still open. I'm not sure till when, at least till Thursday, but I think it's going to be longer than that.
It will be, yeah. I'll probably set a day like next week, like Wednesday or Thursday next week instead. Yeah. Because like we don't need to put the plaque on immediately.
Why don't we say the 30th, just to be sure?
30th.
Tentatively
sure.
The 30th.
Yeah.
Because that's like about that date, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
The 30th would be like the last day to let us know what name you would prefer to have on that thing. And maybe you want to have different names on each thing, because the one that's going to be on the stream is going to be shown to everyone, right? Whereas like the little plaque is just like...
That's a great point.
Kenrick will just grow up in a bunch and think about you, right? So
it'll be like that thing that you go and you touch for luck before you stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What was that from? Oh, that's from something. Like where they touch it before they go out into the field of battle, or before they go play a game or something like that. It might be from that baseball movie.
Testicles?
Yeah, of course. What was I thinking? Of course it's testicles. They are baseball players after all. It was either going to be testicles, cocaine, or chewing tobacco. And yeah.
Or steroids. They touch a needle for good luck.
Oh man,
it's good luck.
It's good luck, damn it.
Screams at the cops.
Stab your hand down on like one of those message spikes, what is wrong with us? To Japan around Tokyo is very similar to the Pacific Northwest. I mean, other than the fact that like it's the largest city in the world, there's like no spot that you can go where it's like you're actually on your own, you know, and the weather is very different. It's extremely hot in the summer. Yeah, it's actually, you know, exactly the same. Kenrick is gonna rub his. Dang it! I gotta stop reading these things before I actually know what they're gonna say. Choose your name wisely. Slap shot. Oh man, is this another hockey reference that I'm not seeing? Wait, I thought Idiocracy was a show. Why?
I don't care what you're about to say. I don't know how we did it, but we just got to 99% of our goal raised on Ko-fi just now. Do you want to open up the page and take a look?
God,
that's incredible. Yeah.
What the hell?
That's
sure.
I
Okay. I wasn't expecting this. Can I show it? Is there any reason to like I shouldn't show it?
I don't think so.
We didn't think we were gonna get any more Ko-fi.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I didn't. Can
you want me to send
check
you
the
link?
page real? Can you just check it real quick? Make sure that there's no personal information on there that you don't want out there. Just
for me?
Just give it. Yes, for you, because you set it up.
Oh, I mean, this is a public-facing page. It's totally fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure,
yeah.
sure. Okay, sure, yeah. Could you link me like on Facebook or something? And luckily I have it open. Ding dong. Sorry if you guys heard that. Okay.
Also, I'm
no.
blindingly white with
Sorry.
this.
I reinstalled Super Dark Mode on Chrome just to. Okay, so it's going to be hard to read. Can you guys see this? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, one second. Okay. Okay, I'm going to. Well, man, I'm sorry, everyone. This was clearly not planned. Actually, I'll just zoom out. Oh, that did not work. Oh, I got to be on the right page. Dedoy. Okay. And because it's super dark mode, you guys basically can't read this. Okay. I've got an idea. I'm going to disable super dark mode.
And flashbang the entire audience.
Yep. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Also, Alex says his real name is Carvel Tunnelson.
That's Carson's real name, right? I'm going to assume. Okay. Oof. Okay, that was brutal. Yeah, we're not at 99%. It says we're at 104%.
Okay. Well, it was 99% before I refreshed the page, but there we go.
God dang.
Holy crap, you guys.
That's... Dang, Braden gave again? Braden, you already gave a lot.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Thank you guys so much. Wow. What should I do? I'm not sure what to. It is.
I
Really
don't know.
I don't know. I wish that there was like a super gray mode or something. This is brutal. I'm getting like washed out. An album cover. I love that name. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. From the bottom of our hearts, like this changes everything for us as far as
really
like dream piece. Like it's incredible.
So
it's just, yeah.
We can definitely get a Steam Deck then, I think, right?
Stream Deck easily. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. That we've like burst over it in less than it's only been like 4 days. What the hell?
No, it's been 4 days.
Wow.
Should we we'll have to talk about
this is like I'm sorry for the awkwardness for everyone watching, but this is like a huge what do I do with my hands moment, just because it's like I never thought this could even happen.
Yeah, I knew neither. It didn't occur to me. Well, because like there's a couple of things that we can't really talk about, like background stuff, but yeah, I mean, okay. to try and end the awkwardness, right? And thank you again once again. And I'm happy to inscribe an album cover on there. But like, if you want your real name,
anal bum, anal bum cover. I mean, right? That's what it is.
It says an album cover, sir. That's from Jeopardy. That's from Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yes.
That's so freaking awesome. I love those things. I'll take ape tit for 500. It's appetite.
Take the tits now.
Ursula Andrews. What is it again? The Greatest Lay or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Ursula Andrews. I can't remember the other ones. Yo, you guys, this is amazing. Keep making cool stuff. Deal. Hey, that's amazing. That is, we were always gonna do our best for that. Thank you, Vox. I've never seen Rob speechless. Well, don't get used to it. I'm going to keep it up, even though it's blinding me. It's so bright.
It actually doesn't I know it only hurts your eyes. Like looking at it on stream is not too bad because half the stream is like gray, and then also looking at your camera, it's not as bad. But like look at when I open it on my screen, just like.
Like as soon as I'm
about to join Nighthawk, they're gonna make a model after me. Like good God.
Exactly. Yeah, like the shine off my face. Like I'm actually leaning away from it because it's so bright. It's brutal. I'm not exaggerating at all. Time to convert a Carson Jazz Hands glutton. Okay, this is Chris. It's crazy you should say that's right. I don't want to say that on the stream, Matthew, because it's a great joke, and I have no problem with it. I just don't want YouTube to. There's certain words that you can get hit for. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, back, Chris. It's funny you should mention that. A little while ago, I was telling Carson we need to make. Like, he should convert all of his gluttons, his whole army, and give them mustaches. And what did you say, Carson?
Please no. I've spent too much time on my ogres.
But if it's a request from one of our kind people,
yeah, I'd do it. 100%.
Okay. Could we do one? Could we do one model?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, easy.
Is the tyrant like, is he, how do I put this? Is he a skinhead? Is the tyrant?
No, he's not. He's not. He has a helmet, but I could easily probably replace his head with a regular ogre head. Sorry. Okay. I got a hiccup there. Yeah. Yeah, Kenrick's got to eat a lot of cheeseburgers. Jesus Christ.
By the way, did you notice, did you say, I forget, Kenrick promised that if something happened, you would eat 20 cheeseburgers.
He promised that I would eat cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And that's, wait. No, that's only fair, Carson, because you promised he would eat the cheeseburgers.
True.
So, and he's a man of your word, as Kenrick said. So you should be a man of his word.
That's fair.
I'm glad I'm not involved in any of this.
It's only fair. You should name your gluttons after your donators. I don't have that many gluttons. You want to be an iron gut? I guess. Like.
Oh yeah.
I'll do it.
That works. That works.
I'd like write them on the bottom of the base is easy. 100%.
Or alternatively, if you want to be like a Skaven or another model in one of my armies, or maybe even like a Slaves to Darkness guy, and you might never see the light of day because Carson is taking a really long time to paint his beautiful, beautiful army, but it might never happen. So, but yeah, if you want to be a glutton or a, like, you know, you could be like a what's it called, like a clan rat leader guy, or I don't know, a a Giselle guy, or a Rat Ogre. I almost finished, or actually I finished my delicious Rat Ogres. They look bad on stream, but I'm really happy with them. I did this thing with the muscles that are kind of like popping out, and it made it like kind of more inflamed and whatnot. Can you see that?
Oh, that looks really cool.
Thanks. I'm really, and I did
disgusting.
the armor. It is kind of gross, but that's Molder, baby. And then I did the same thing with the armor. I meant to take pictures, but I just didn't get a chance before, where it's got kind of like glowing green slash marks in it. So yeah, anyway, I'll take pictures of them. I think tomorrow. I finished 6 Giselle, I finished 6 Rat Ogres, and I gotta say, I had so much fun painting them. Like, I didn't think I was the most excited for Rat Ogres. I thought I was the most excited for the Giselle in this box, but I ended up enjoying painting the Rat Ogres. It's partially probably because the Giselle are kind of a pain in the ass to paint, because if you glue them all together, you're trying to get into all these nooks and crannies. And for the first set, I put them all together, I put the basing on, and I painted them, and it was a pain in the ass. So the second time, I put the shield guys, the Pavis holding guys, on a separate base, and I painted them separately. It was still a huge pain in the ass, and then I had to base them after the fact, and so I don't know, I didn't find the right answer. I think it's always a pain in the ass to paint them, so I think next time I'm going to glue them on ahead of time, because it makes it easier. Are you still recording games or just live format for now? Oh yeah, we haven't done any of the recorded games in a long time. It's basically since Kenrick kind of joined the channel. I gotta lean away from that light. We've just been doing live games, but they're really fun. And Alex, so if you want to come on and do a live game, you are super welcome to do that. It sounds like it's a lot more work. They are actually way less work for everyone involved, because you just kind of come on and play the game. Whereas before, when we were recording them ahead of time and then we're editing them after the fact, even aside from the editing, they took so long to film those pre-recorded games. We were averaging like 6 to 7 hours, just like, yeah, it was brutal. So now it's like there's like an hour of prep time, a little more, but that's for the people who are like doing the behind the scenes stuff, like me, who's making like thumbnails and the army lists and different things like that. But anyway, it's a lot less work now to be on the live games, and they're actually like a lot of fun because you get to interact with the stream and stuff like that. We've all been enjoying it way more.
I really like that aspect of like, there's a couple of things that I really like about live. Number one is that if we make a mistake, it gets usually caught right away. And then someone will be like, hey, just so you know, this is a thing. And then we can say, oh, oops, let's remedy it in some way. Rather than it being like, if we make a mistake and it just has a cascading effect for the rest of the game and it's a recorded report, like, it sucks when that happens. We're always trying to, fix our mistakes and not have them in the first place, but it happens sometimes, right? And then the second thing that I really like is interacting with the chat, like during the movement phase. Like that makes entire moments. Like sometimes it like dictates outcomes of games too. Like it's
so
pretty
good.
It's a lot of fun just chatting with you guys live while we're playing. It's kind of like hanging out with like a big group of friends essentially that are just like chiming in on a game.
Yeah, it's like we're on the other end. Like we've always gotten to do this with the on the podcast and whatnot, but it's like I watch like a lot of fighting game streams on Twitch. But being able to interact with the people while they're playing, like I'm not playing. I mean, I have played with them while they're streaming. Like I stream snipe them or whatever. Anyway, but it's like, it feels like the other end of that. Like I'm used to being on that end and I really enjoy that end. But then now it's like I'm, you're on the other end of that. So it's just, I don't know. It's really fun. I like the live streams. It's fun to bust your balls live. That's true. Our balls could use a little busting. Now that the goal has hit, what are the chances that Sassy gets a gift sub? Which one is Sassy? If it's Ludivicus, I think it's very low. Wait, why is he Sas? Oh, because he's a Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Because I thought, anyway. I had a very good reason why I thought it was someone else, but I don't want to bring up their name. Anyway, I want to be your Frost Lord on Stonehorn. Braden, you are the Frost Lord on Stonehorn.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Do you? No, wait. Before you choose the Frost Lord on Stonehorn, you also have the other guy on the Stonehorn, which is painted more recently. You have a Husker?
I have another kit for a Stonehorn that I could probably build.
You make into Braden.
You let me know.
You let him know. Oh, that's so sick. That is so sick. He's also sassy. That's fair. Ludivicus. Yes.
Oh, this is my Braden on Stonehorn.
Yeah, can we still change the names when we make a list in the app?
Sorry?
You used to be able to like change the names of things.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I haven't tried.
You'll have to like update it every time. If you can do that every time, Braden on Stonehorn. Right?
Yeah. You know what? Next tournament, it's going to be the Frost Braden on Stonehorn.
Oh, baby.
Because I am bringing one.
And if you
and you know what? I'm going to try my damnedest to 5-0 with that Frost Braden on Stonehorn.
God damn. Hells yeah. Oh, that would be so sick. Okay. And we're still taking requests for other models, by the way, from you other amazing subs or donors, I meant to say. And before Braden, stay with me. Stay on target. Do you have any requests? Right? I don't know, like a mane of flowing locks. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Or a beard. Like we can make this more Braden. Like I've gotten pretty good at sculpting green stuff. We can make this. Yeah.
I've met Braden in person. Man's got big hands.
He's got
real
big hands. Okay. We'll work with that. It was at 60% this morning. Yes. Yeah, this was unexpected. We were which one of us is lower, Tom? I had no idea. Blah, blah, blah. This is me talking. And then could you say something?
Yeah, I'm saying something now. I have a feeling it's probably going to be me that's lower, just because
That's you're lower?
Maybe? Rob's a bit lower.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, so which is the worst of the two? Okay, I'm going to lower you.
Yep.
You were already set to lower. How's that now, guys? Could you say something?
I'm saying something now. Hello, hello, hello. It's me.
I can also just try. I was shrinking away from the mic, guys, but I can also just bring. I got a new mic arm, so I can actually bring this over a lot further. There we go. Maybe that'll help. I'm sorry. The donation page is so bright. like look at that. Look at my face. It's so like human, undead, human, undead. But the mic is kind of far away. It sounds good. Okay. It's Rob. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think that was the problem. I can't shake them. Stay on target. Okay. Sorry. I still don't know. I'm going to refresh this. I don't want to not lose the opportunity. Oh, dang it. I was on the wrong thing. I don't want to lose the opportunity to thank people. Okay, good. I just said, okay, good. No one else donated, but I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling kind of guilty. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad it's better. Thank you for telling us. We want to know. I'm usually too high because I speak loudly. I used to get in trouble at my work. I worked for this Japanese company for a long time. And when we weren't there was slow times and stuff when we weren't super busy. And so, you chat with your coworkers, right? And I would be the only person who ever got in trouble. And I was like, there's only two of us in the entire room. I'm not talking to myself, and they're like, but you're the only one we can hear. God dang it. Yeah, I project. I speak with my diaphragm, unfortunately. You ordered more paint? Guys, I have a problem. I mean, if you only order paint, you're doing much better than most of us, frankly. I forgot to post this. I was going to post this on like Instagram and stuff like that, but I just basically don't use social media, right? But I went in. I have proof. I went in to my local hobby store and I just bought the paint I went in there for. I have a picture in the parking lot of just holding the paint. Like, that's something to brag about, right?
I didn't think that was possible, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I was like,
also,
I felt...
Completely random aside. Do you remember when... You could say, so Home Depot used to have like restaurants in them. Do you remember when Harvey's was like the restaurant of choice in Home Depots? Or like the little like burger joints?
Right.
Because I have like, I don't know why you said hardware store. It just unlocked like a core memory of like me and my dad like exiting the hardware store and going to Harvey's to get burgers. Anyway, sorry. Doesn't matter.
Harvey's has like the it's like a simple logo, and it's like, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's been so long. Camera was propped up on his GW purchase though. No, it actually happened. I can tell you, okay, for those of you that have never accomplished this, I understand. Like, because I never had until like a few weeks ago. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew gets it, okay? I came out of there and I took a picture and I'll describe the feeling to you, Carson, okay? Do you remember that moment in the Paris Olympics where that guy pole vaulted and set a new world record? And he's just like, ah, like that, right? That's like distilled feeling of what I felt.
That's not the pole vaulting thing I thought you were going to bring up. There was another one where it was a guy who was like about to set a world record, but his junk was too big and it hit the bar on the way down.
I forgot about that. But like, okay. But let's be honest. We all want to be that second guy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I could have, but
I'm the best in the world. My junk was too big. Oh God. I'm behind the stream, just seeing the Frost Brayden on Stonehard. Yes. Okay, Brayden. Okay, you might not see this for another, like, whatever, 20 minutes, but, like, send us your requests, man, okay? I want to know. I want to know your requests. Yeah. I like burgers. I love burgers. If I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, I think it would be hamburgers. It wouldn't be healthy, but I would enjoy it.
No. There's a really good brewery down the hill from me that, like, all of their... So they'll do, like, hot chicken burgers or, like, hot wings and stuff like that. And all of their hot sauce is, like, gochujang based.
Nice.
And it is so, so good. It's incredible.
Hell yeah. If you go to an actual white spot, they have a gochujang burger, and it is unreal. And it's like, would you like some, like what do you call it, bread with your burger? Because it's like a huge chunk of chicken. It sticks out on either side, and it is fat. And it's just gochujang. It's like fried in gochujang or something like that. It's so good. It's incredible. And the legendary burger is one of my favorite burgers ever. And it's so good that I actually just don't get a legendary. It's the only time. Skaven Engineer. Okay. Big Ron. I'm assuming you want to be the new guy, right? I just finished painting him. Is that Big Ron? Big Ron, Skaven Engineer? We'll make it happen, baby. Or if you want me to, like, convert another one, because I'm going to be painting another one, I can make, like, a Big Ron one. Tacos. Tacos are good, man. Tacos are real good. I actually just made... I don't know if they count, but, like, I made, like... I guess they're burritos. I'm not sure. Like, I oven roasted, like, chicken with garlic and whatnot, and then I like fried up some tortilla in like a slowly in olive oil, and salsa and different things and sour cream. It's so good.
This is just a cooking stream now. Just talking about meat, cooking. Great.
It's awesome. I like cooking.
Same.
I don't like cleaning up, but I like.
Does anyone want my pork roast recipe? Share it in the Discord.
I want your. I actually want your
pot roast. Pot roast. Sorry, not pork roast.
Okay, I mean, that sounds good as well. But I do want your chili recipe. I think you described it to me, but you never sent it to me. Whose model I gotta paint to get a? Oh, is that where you got it from? Oh, okay.
No, I was just handed this by my partner because she heard me talking about meat and pot roast and stuff. This was actually a lovely gift from the Matt Beasley.
The Matt Beasley. I was gonna say.
My favorite thing about it is it says it is a juicy and authoritative guide to selecting seasoning and cooking today's beef, pork, and lamb and veal.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I like that it's the authoritative guide. It's my favorite part.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Delicious says Korean radish kimchi is a special tastiness. That's our favorite. It's called kakdugi. And I like
Would you call me?
Kakdugi. You freaking kakdugi. You kind of look like a kakdugi, you know? We really like the jonggajip one. It's like one of the main ones, but if you get it in like the one in the bag, one of my other ones is like not very well known. You have to go to like an actual like proper Korean food store, like H Mart or something, and they have garlic stems that are made into kimchi, and I really like it. It's not for everyone, but I really like it. You want to be thankful? You want to be the named character? Oh, man. That would confuse people, though. Burgers and poopin'. Trash Panda at its finest. Yep. I mean, you know, play to your strengths, right?
Exactly. All right, Adri, if you had to name one Texas tournament that would be like the Texas tournament to come to, which one would it be?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because, like, Texas barbecue and, like, the food down there is insane. So, I feel like that's a good... Okay, he did say get you down here to Texas. I was gonna say like it turns out he's not even from there. He's from like Massachusetts, and he's just like, go to Texas. You know?
I will be in Massachusetts in a month and a half for the NA Masters. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Boston.
Is that why it's called the Masters? Because it's like MA
Massachusetts?
No. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just because that's where the person that's organizing it lives, and it's easiest for them to host there.
Right. And it's probably like assuming it's not in Boston or something like that, it's probably not too expensive either, right?
Well, it's kind of a, it's like a full.
Isn't it like a suburb of Boston?
I don't know exactly how far from Boston. I always have trouble like looking at maps and being like, yeah, that's far or that's not, because like you never know if like the drive is like longer because of traffic or something like that,
right.
or who knows, right?
Well, you can
because
Google
I'm
from the airport, right?
I know, but like I just remember like, my partner and I visited Montreal once, and I was like, oh, it's all like one island. And if you know anything about Vancouver, it's like downtown Vancouver is like a little peninsula, and you can walk from one side to the other in like 45 minutes tops. Like it's tiny, right?
Yeah.
But Montreal, I was like, oh, it's on the same island. We can just walk there. And it's like, no. Like Montreal is massive compared to Vancouver. So
to the downtown core.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
Hammerfest in September and Lone Star Open in February. February is going to be tough because I know that Cake or Death is going to be in February, and I think that Grand Clash in Canada will be, and I would really like to make it out for that one, but I'll keep an eye out for Hammerfest. That sounds interesting. September. Do you know when in September it is?
That's probably a good time to go out to Texas too, where it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, February would be too, but yeah.
Carolina barbecue is better. Fight me. I won't fight you. My cousins lived in Raleigh for a while. Like most of my family is actually from the States, and yeah, they went nuts for the barbecue in Raleigh, and being that they have so many Canadian cousins, they're into hockey, and they would go to the Carolina Hurricanes game, and they said like like here we have like stuff that we that people yell out, like during a hockey game, right? If the but apparently they were saying in at the hockey games in North Carolina, they would yell out like "open up a can" or something like that. And I was just like, that is so awesome. What is Romulan Dog? Early welcome to Mass Carson. Nice. Mass Effect. You guys are talking about the video game series, I assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter the video game series. Yeah.
You're gonna enter it. It's about time. Actually, that was one of the cool things. Talk about random. Do you remember the opening for Mass Effect 3 where the world's like being bombarded by the aliens, the Reapers or whatever they're called?
I didn't play it. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was a fun game. Like it got a lot of flack, but I always thought it was so cool that like the international like space whatever was in Vancouver, and they made it in Vancouver, and you could like see the 5 sails down below and all this other stuff. And anyway, talk about a tangent. Okay, so here's the play: fly to Winnipeg. Okay, you already lost me at fly to Winnipeg, but I'll keep reading for the sake of I'm only saying that because Beefy and I have a thing with that. Oh, sorry, Tom. I'm getting away from this bloody bright screen. Okay, fly to Winnipeg. Carpool south. Stop at Des Moines for Zombie Burger. Keep going straight south to Texas. That's just so crazy, Beefy. It just might work. When is it not hot in Texas? In the winter. Because it's very... actually, even at night, because I think Texas is or maybe that's not true. I thought Texas was a drier heat. Because like my mom's from California and stuff, so we would go there and like it's surprisingly not hot even in the summer at night, just because it's a desert, so it cools off pretty quick.
My only experience of Texas is staring out at the landscape from DFW Airport, and it looked pretty dry. So
that makes sense, right? Yeah. I think Houston is quite hot or quite humid. I meant to say, in the summer, but I don't know. It's a pretty big place, right? Depends on where you are in Texas. That makes sense. Oh my God, spoilers! Like what? Oh, cool. Yeah. If you post it on the Discord, link in the description below. Yeah, we can. I think I could probably post it if we want to link it on the stream. Rob, I had AC on today where we live. It's hot in Texas. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a little more humid here than it is in a lot of places like that, like California. So the humidity is the real killer.
Yeah, it doesn't get nearly as hot here, though, is the thing.
And also, Alex puts the AC on if it's like above 22 degrees Celsius.
That's fair. Yeah, actually, I think at one point it was like 18 today. So like it was like raining almost.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we're used to this kind of thing, but like, yeah. Another like I'm the champion moment was when I went like half a summer in Japan without any AC. I thought I'd die because it's like regularly 40 degrees and 100% humidity. It's brutal. Yeah, it goes higher than that. Like not humidity, but like the temperature.
110% humidity.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Delicious. Was it Delicious? Who was it? I think you said earlier that you recognize that the bag kimchi is where it's at because it stays fresher. Yeah, it was Delicious. Yeah, it's true though. I like it cold and rainy too. That's me. Just give me 18 to 20 degrees all year round, please. That's not too much to ask, right? Yeah, I mean, that's like. It's a little cooler than that here. for most of the year, but like, yeah, it's been getting pretty hot lately here, but anyway. 38 here with humidity. Ugh. I mean, this was actually a particularly cool year for us, but yeah.
I haven't used any AC this year so far.
Ugh. Oh, I have, but I don't sleep well when it's not cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
He said, Asri says, today Houston was 40 C and 95% humidity. God dang. It's built on a swamp. Jeez.
The only time it got...
Sorry.
The only time it got that hot here in recent history, like, people died. Like, it was like a huge deal.
I remember.
And I think it like barely hit 40 here.
Yeah.
And that was like the hottest it's been in a really, really long time. Yeah.
That set records here, actually.
Yeah.
No, Japan is like that, like, throughout the entire summer. It's like it's hotter there in like early October than it is here in the summer, mostly. Jeez, Austin, wow. I get to wear my nice little jacket. And the Pacific Northwest has just been like, yeah, we cold. It's so true. We had like El Nino or something this year. What's crazy too is like, because we've been having a lot of forest fires lately, and it's just been awful in the summers. And I was playing a game with Eric, and he's on his way out the door, and he's just like, man, like, it's starting to get hot. Like, this sucks or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just not looking forward to like another hot ass year. And like, you know, and like the forest fires and the smoke is out. And I was just like, we were just kind of being negative about it. And I was just like, this is going to probably be another year of that. Cause it got hot a little early this year in June. I was like, this is probably gonna be a bad one. And he's like, no, it's supposed to be El Nino or something like that. We're going to have a cooler than normal summer. And I was like, I hope you're right. I hate it so much. And yeah, he was right. Like, we actually had a pretty nice summer. You are in like the corner of like an apartment building too. Like, I think it's, I think yours is concrete, right?
Yeah, it's concrete, ground floor, north facing. Like, it's like everything you could possibly ask for to be as cold as possible. Yeah, which is really nice in the summer.
Yep, and you have like trees around the outside too, so that helps a lot.
Yeah. Again, that's just someone writing down all this information. Like, trees, something to hide behind. Good, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, you know, your apartment in New Westminster, it's lovely. It's lovely.
Yeah, New West. That's right.
Actually, Alex used to live in New West, and I forget how many fires there were in like a short period of time, but he kept sending me pictures of like actual large fires down near the water. Like, I can't remember what it was, but yeah. Yeah, the smoke is brutal. Virginia Beach, really? Dang. 80%. Ugh. It's funny because like I used to I worked with this woman a long time ago, and she lived up in the Yukon territories for like 25 years or something like that, right? And we got like a bit of a cold streak at the time, and it was like, I want to say it was like -5 or -10, like not that bad, Celsius obviously. And and I said to her, like, man, you must just think this is nothing. Like, you might just be laughing at us, like thinking like, you know, like most of the people around here are thinking it's way colder than it is. And then she's like, to tell you the truth, Rob, after living in the Yukon for 25 years, I just hate the cold now. Like, I hate it so much. I don't want it to ever be cold at all, ever again, is essentially what she was saying, right? And it's funny because, like, I wasn't in Japan for 20 years, but like just being like regularly in that summer heat, I kind of feel the same way about like hot, humid heat now. I'm just like, I don't like it. And if I never had to deal with another hot, humid day again, that would be just fine by me, you know? Like I never complain no matter how cold it gets, but the hot humidity, ugh. If you, yeah. Posted the pot roast recipe in the Discord. Nice. It was the Blue Angel Bandits of the New West. Of New West. I think they're the snowbirds, they call them up here. Because the Blue Angels are American, right?
It's like people that leave when it's wintertime and then...
No,
the snowbirds are like the... Are you talking like the planes?
Yeah, because the American ones I think are called the Blue Angels.
Gotcha. Yeah, snowbirds are... Yeah.
That was like a stupid asinine reference. We ended up like taking weirdly serious.
It's our whole show.
Is our whole show. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And by the way, in the meantime, we're trying to like figure out how to, we're hoping to do maybe some hobby streams as well, where we like stream what we're painting, but we're still figuring out the technology of it because, you know, we don't want to have any more troubles. Okay, good. Thank goodness. But yeah, so that's like something we're kind of working on right now. But yeah, people that live in the Yukon territories are just built different, or they're miserable, which was my my coworker's case, I guess. Right? Yeah. Anyway, okay. Keep us keep them coming. Actually, if you put like, I can remember Braden's, right? And I think it was Big Ron wanted to be an engineer. But
if you like DM them to us on the Discord,
yeah, please. That's what I was going to say.
Forever. So yeah,
if you either DM it on the Discord or DM us, or you can just put it like in the chat and just add us or something like that, and then we can add it on and we can kind of go into it in more detail. Got to go back to work. Have a good night. Thank you, Braden. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for all your amazing generosity. And again, let us know about your Frostlord customization. We're gonna make this happen, baby. This is gonna be so awesome. I wanna make like a goatee or just something. You know? Yeah. Welcome to Costco. We love you. Okay. And any more ideas too? Like we're still open for that stuff. But sorry, I'm trying to stay close to this mic, but it's so bright. My ears were hot, so I had to move this over. Yeah. Yeah, dude. We appreciate you, Braden. Okay. Okay. That's so much better. I just switch it back to let me just switch it back to the Nova preview thing for a little bit. Okay. Did you just send me something?
A little screenshot that's just like, you can focus on that if you want. It's not like a full web page.
Thank you. That's a great idea. Okay, so I'll open this up in a new tab. Hopefully this is... There we go. There we go. That's not so bad. Okay. I'm hoping that the oh no, we already made a thumbnail. I didn't didn't plan this well enough out that like this could have been, I guess this could have been the thumbnail, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Instead of, I don't know. I like Vizik. Vizik Scour. I just like couldn't bring my
support is cool and all, but Vizik is where it's at. Okay.
I mean, I'm just kidding. I do love Vizik. Don't I hope everyone understands that. Carson, is this an enameled oven or rye? What is going on?
It's talking about the Dutch oven that I use. I just have like an enameled one from Amazon. I would like to get like a full like cast iron, even like pans would be fantastic, just because they're like really really nice. But I don't think I have enough space for like a full extra set of them, and also takes a lot of maintenance too. So yeah,
that's for sure. Yeah. Oh, that's actually so. Delicious brought up. He said maybe you could make ridiculous pog faces at the Kofi. I mean, it's not going to be a thumbnail because I already made one, but like, I actually thought, like, I wonder if people, like, because I can make emotes out of that stuff, right? So we could have a poggers, and we could have a, we could also have like a, like some of the other ones that you like, you know, like a Kappa style face. I think Carson would make a good Kappa. Yeah. Like a little smirk. You know? God dang it. We need to do this though, right? Like, cause I think we have enough emoji that we could have like a, you know, Saga Champ one. We could have like a, Carson Kappa or something like that. Kappa Saga, or I don't know.
Saga Kappa these nuts.
Exactly.
I guess
that old one. And then we need like what's another classic? I guess maybe Kenrick is a lull. The old dang it, what's his name? The guy who does the face for it. Oh, I can't come up with his name. Oh, it starts with a B. Or maybe I'm Jabated. I think I should be Jabated. Because he's a fighting game guy. Actually, so's Poggers. Never mind. So's PogChamp. Ryan Gutex. Okay. I definitely feel like I need to know if Kenrick has a trug before I decide. I think, okay, so I think he has, when you say trug, you mean like the named character. I think he has it. I don't think it's painted, or am I thinking of Dale? I can't remember. The Dutch
I hate
oven.
the amount of people I hate the amount of people in chat like, bringing up the other meaning of Dutch oven. It's a fantastic cooking tool, okay? It will not be sullied by the Urban Dictionary definition.
Keep going, everyone. It's so great. What's crazy is y'all got funded before I even had a chance to donate. What an awesome community! I know, it's been amazing. It's not even over yet. I don't know what our plan is if we haven't had a chance to talk about it because it just happened right now. We were originally going to keep it open until the 30th. So I don't know. I don't want to deny anyone the opportunity, you know, so if they want to be a part of the magnificent bastard Hall of Fame thing that we're going to make. So Trug is awesome. Okay, so Trug and Thankful are named characters. I don't think we should I think that'll confuse people that are like tuning in for the first time. So like Ledivicus, if I may, it sounds like you like trolls the most, right? Could I be so bold as to suggest that you are the Dankhold Trogoth? Because Kenrick just got it painted up, and it looks awesome. It's such a cool paint job. It's like the coolest looking model in his army. So that would be my suggestion is, once again, okay, how do we make Ledivicus into, or Ledivikoth? How do we do that? Ledivicus Trogoth. Trogicus? Ladivigoth? His name's already hard.
Yeah,
that's true.
Stretch goals include monitor. That's true. Yeah, the
that's
monitor
a good
is something
point.
that we're already going after. Working mics, we actually have a solution for, and we're going to try it for a little bit. Yeah. Rob has like pretty high quality. Well, you saw one of them on the stream.
Yeah, they're professional mics.
And probably what we're going to do for a bit, just because they're so reliable and they sound good, is we're just going to buy some mic stands, and then we'll like be holding the mics and like using them during the reports. Yeah. And then anytime we're doing the movement phase, you can kind of just place it to the side facing the table, and you can walk around moving your models and stuff like that. And that's a pretty reasonable solution. We're going to see what people think of that. It's also just kind of fun, like
it's
holding a mic.
It's kind of fun, and it sets us apart in a fun way. We think it's cool and fun. But if you guys don't like it, let us know. Obviously, we're super open to that kind of thing. The other thing too, that like we're gonna the plan is to have like a little mic stand either on the table or next to the table, and then so if we need both hands for whatever, even if it's just rolling dice, we could just kind of jam it in there like a stand-up comedian or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Stream Deck was one thing that we wanted to invest into, just because it really helps with like really quickly accessing like battle tactics, battle plan overlays, even like objective overlays and stuff too is good. Like if we just want to do like a mid-game, hey, just so people know this is what the territories look like, and then we can show on screen like models being like crossed over the lines and stuff like that. So
right. And we want to get some neoprene objective markers, because the ones that we're using right now, they slide around a lot. We've been taping them down, but they also reflect the light and just don't look super good. So we're gonna get some of those. There's just like a bunch of like little things that we just couldn't quite afford at the time, but now we can look at getting to improve the quality, but 100%. Before I forget, Dankhold Trog Squatch, and then everyone just started saying Trog Squatch. So I think if that's acceptable, Mr. Trog Squatch, I would like that. And Kenrick will of course, like hold up the promises that we're making on his behalf. I forget.
That's really what this all is. He's also going to eat another 20 cheeseburgers.
Yes. Yes. But first, he's going to eat the 18 that we've already promised you that are left.
And the counter's reset. He had to cool down, and he let it go.
Reset the clock or whatever. Reset the counter.
So he's going to eat 38 cheeseburgers.
He's 38. I thought you said you just reset it. Not that you're adding on. So he's promised.
Deal has changed.
Yeah, I don't know. This deal keeps getting worse all the time. Dang it! I forgot. That blasted my mind of what I was going to say. Carson Elvis costume when? I don't know, but
what does it even look like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I stay bald or do I?
You definitely get a wig. I've been laughing too much. I think I inhaled some smoke.
We're gonna run these ogres.
Yep. Yeah. And then you just need to culturally appropriate some ogre culture, and Bob's your uncle.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Kenrick needs to play a game dressed up like the hamburger from McDonald's. Okay. Immediately goes to Amazon to check on Hamburglar costumes. Hamburglar costume. They have them. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we could just get the stripes, right?
That's true. Okay. Azri says, I need some suggestions for bases for these Drake Spawn Knights. Everything else in the army has dwarf runic motif base, but I don't think it fits them. I think you should have them riding on top of humans, because they're so much better than they are.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, just like get like a bunch of models that are clearly human and like just dying, and they're stomping on top of them. But what kind of? I always thought that like dark elves looked cool with like frosty snow bases just because of the old world lore and whatnot. I can give you my recipe. Like I had a cool recipe for doing ice bases using crackle paint that I really liked. I did it with my Tyranids and I thought it looked really cool. So hit me up if you're interested in that. But yeah, I've got like yeah. Anyway, no one wants to hear me talk about ice bases that much. Has to be a bad wig though, so it's super obvious. Yeah. Does Grimace have a handlebar mustache? Not to my knowledge. I mean, like a lot of you won't know, and I have talked about this not in a not too distant past, but like for the first vampire game ever, I smeared myself with this stuff called unicorn snot, and with the idea that I would be a sparkly vampire like Twilight. It got everywhere, and then it just looked like I was sweating. Like it didn't come across on camera at all. And Eric said that was his favorite moment in the history of the channel, was just everyone thinking I was sweating profusely the entire battle report, when in fact I was trying to make like a joke that I wasn't referencing the entire thing because I thought it would be funnier. So, yeah. Oh, that's a cool idea. Alex said crumbled dwarven ruins. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know if did you use the base roller? Because you could do it like you could do what I do and use like a harder one, like a harder basing thing like Milliput or there's a bunch of them, but like, and then you can just like break it. Yeah, that works. Or when it's like partially dried, like sometimes I take like a hobby knife and I cut into like the green stuff or whatever, and then when I let it totally dry, it's really easy to break apart. Or you can also just put it down on like a piece of whatever, it doesn't matter, and then just like put them in little globs and then roll it out, and then you can put it down on the base, glue it on the base, and then put the basing paste around it, and then it looks like it's, you know, buried under the dirt and whatnot. Why are your taste buds purple? The drink of choice was or I guess orange soda from the 90s in McDonald's, not purple. That's true. That does not make sense. If Chewbacca lives on Endor, that does not make sense. Right? Oh. I missed that earlier. I didn't know that. Grimace from McDonald's was supposed to be a taste bud? That's crazy.
Odd.
Yeah, I don't know what it tastes. Odd. I mean, he's just like a giant, like dull cone anyway. Do you have some base rollers? Don't know if you have the dwarven ruins. They make there's a cool, like I don't think they're specifically dwarven, but they do make a cool one. It's more like Viking ruins. I was using it for my my space wolves a long time ago. They look cool, but as usual, you guys are being hilarious in the chat. Grimace the biker. That's quite the image. I don't think he could. I'm pretty sure it would just constantly tip over. Yeah. Well, anyway, we've kind of here. I'm gonna blind myself for everyone once again and just make sure that everyone is being good. Okay, honored. Yeah, so I think we'll call it here. Thank you everyone for this insane support. Once again, you've completely blown us away. You know, I was speechless. I'm still speechless. I know I'm an idiot, but like, you know, I don't know what to say. So, thank you again so much. Let us know. Let us know if you want to, you know, be a model in the army, and what your names you want for the Magnificent Bastard Hall of Heroes, and also for the plaque that Carson is making that we're putting on the computer. Thank you for hanging with us, Ludovicus, and everyone. You've made our night. made our week last week, and you made our week this week. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And anything else to say, Carson, before we head out?
I'm speechless, honestly, with the support that you guys have given us. It's
For
incredible.
Real. It's insane.
The parts have already been ordered, as I said. Like they should be arriving, most of them on Thursday, and then one of them on Friday. And I'm gonna try and get that built as quickly as possible to like hand over to Rob, hopefully by this weekend. And then next week we're gonna be doing like a full setup of like, getting the stream PC set up in the studio. And then we're hoping that like early September-ish, we're going to be like actually doing battle reports again, fully set up and new and improved, and all thanks to you. So thank you so much.
All thanks to you. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better and didn't say it better myself. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.